Okay, and then Discord. Here we go. The Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy.
Hope the stream works. I mean, not the Twitch stream, the fucking Discord stream.
Is it still squares for you?
No, it's there. It's just, you know, this computer's garbage.
Yeah. It worked fine last time, so I'm not too worried about it.
Last time I was on the other laptop.
Ah. Well, this...
I can't hear it. Let me turn it up.
This laptop has, this laptop seems to do video fine.
Let me just close these tabs really quick, see if that helps. I'm so excited. Next week, if we beat the trial today, then next week we start out on Recipe for a Turnabout. And that means we're one step closer to the next time What's-Her-Face shows up. Do 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 do. Oh God.
What's up?
Sorry, I forgot that my Twitch wasn't muted on this laptop, so when I went to go to my thing.
But you do hear us both, yeah?
Yeah. I think. Yeah, I do. Let's see what you made happen this month as a subscriber to the EV Breeder. I am not a subscriber to my own channel, Twitch. Thank you.
I mean, technically speaking, you are your own tier 3 sub.
I mean, I guess. Technically.
Because, think about it. 100% of your money goes to you.
I mean, you're not wrong, but I'm not really paying for that. I don't know if we should do a 5-hour stream. Last time we did that, we both got super tired, but I'm high off coffee, so we're good. I'm good.
I think last time the 5-hour stream was just like, I was tired already in general.
That is true. We were both tired already. But also, I was very, very burnt after that trial because of how much you just couldn't. I'm still... I'm never ever gonna let you live that fucking brooch down. Ever.
No, you're gonna get me like that brooch is an April Fool's present or something.
Oh my God, I have to do that. I would love to do that. April comes around, I'm like, happy birthday, here's a brooch. Happy 6-month early/late birthday. If it's 6 months, could
it's
it
closer to your
be...
birthday.
It is, literally by 11 months. Not by 11... What the fuck?
11 months and it loops back around.
11 days. Oh my God. My brain just... What the fuck? Oh dear. Oh, is it bad that I already have to go to the washroom and the stream is starting in 30 seconds? Are you fucking kidding me, brain?
We can linger on the 0 seconds.
No, it's fine. You can go to the main screen.
Clover, go piss right now.
I'm going to go, but you can go to the main screen anyways.
Okay.
Because you're still going to be there. I will be back.
Yeah, so I've been having fun with the case so far. I'm gonna have to review the court record once I get into it. Because I don't remember where we are.
I'm here, and also,
Welcome back.
my brain shut down.
Okay.
What was I gonna say? Something about something. Hang on. Actually, I have to turn this down so that my little buddy does the boop boop.
The boop boop.
The boop boop on the stream. Like, turns gray and whatever.
Oh, yeah. Wait, what do you have to set up on your end to make it turn gray?
I have to set my audio sensitivity.
Ah.
Yeah, so that way now it picks me up, but if I'm not talking, it doesn't.
What is the cost of the subjection, Phoenix?
Objection overruled!
Well, I need to hear subjection before I can sustain or overrule it.
No, you can't. I'm the judge here. This is my channel. I say overruled. I'm kidding.
Alright, overruled then.
We're both judges here. Someone made an edit where Luke Atme was in the judge's seat, and I just thought that was so funny. He would be the best judge. I object this objection. Object! That was objectionable! That's such a good line.
What's something that, like, Luke Atme would say as the judge?
Zavari. He would say, objection overruled! Zavari! As he smacks the gavel. I tried to think of something I could not. Penalty, good sir!
I declare this defendant not Zavari!
Not Zavari! Honestly, I feel like Luke Atme is just a slightly eviler papyrus. Anyways, continue. Hey, Nick!
What is it this time?
You won't believe how many people are here for the trial! Why are there people here for a murder?
Well, it is a murder case.
What are you talking about? They're here for the trial next door.
Next door?
Don't you know this, Nick? They're having Detective Atme's trial today.
Detective Atme?
They say they're going to try him as Master Mask.
Already? That was fast.
I mean, they tried Ron pretty fucking fast.
Yeah, they do back-to-back trials all the time.
I'd love to see Master Mask's trial. Oh my god, sorry, Nye in the chat just went, I'm Luke fucking Atme and I say overruled!
I'm Luke fucking Atme and I say overrule.
Wonderful. I know. I don't actually...
By the way, where's Pearls?
Oh, she went back home. She said she can't neglect her training anymore.
You're saying something?
Was I?
I don't know, before I interrupted you by continuing.
No, I said I know, but that was in the text.
Hmm.
I know you don't like me.
Pearls has really gotten into her training lately, huh?
Yeah, ever since that incident last year. Please don't ignore me! I knew that was him. Good, I'm glad. I was right. Oh, Mr. Delight! Good morning! Good morning, you're on trial for murder. No one likes me. Oh, oh no! I feel so bad. No one would notice me, even if I killed someone. I'm in too good of a mood to voice act someone this sad. Come on, don't be silly. Wait a sec.
You don't mean you're the murderer?
No, I'm just a poor thief. He is just a poor boy from a poor family. No, wait, that's not right. A thief can't really be poor.
Why do you think thieves steal stuff?
Yaw. Look at him, he's so sad.
Aw, sad cinnamon bun.
Oh, the sad cinnamon bun. I just want to give him a fucking hug.
Now let's see. According to Mr. Delight, from his second crime on, he was following a bunch of set plans. Plans that someone had been sending to him to help him commit the heists.
Do you really think there's a connection between the thief and the murder, Nick?
It's possible, but today's trial is a race against the clock.
Huh? How come? Let's just take our time like always.
I'm afraid that's not an option.
Hmm? Oh my god, this case.
Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Ron Delight. The defense is ready, Your Honor. You're ready. Preparation is the last refuge of the weak.
Shut up, Gatto.
Okay, settle down, everyone. Let's begin with your opening statement, Mr. Godot.
Can I just point out that whenever Gatto is into trial, the judge just kind of acts like everybody's dad.
What do you mean by that?
The judge has a different persona depending on the prosecutor. Like, he's a normal judge when Edgeworth's there because Edgeworth's a normal person. He's a scared little boy when Franny's there because Franny's a goddamn terrorist. And he's constantly telling everyone, like, chill out, take this seriously. This is a murder. We need to be serious whenever Gatto's in there because Gatto's such a fucking colloquial asshole.
Because Gatto takes nothing seriously.
Gatto takes everything seriously in the wrong direction.
I see. He's very serious when it comes to coffee.
He's very serious when it comes to coffee, yes.
He's got the judge in the palm of his hand yet again.
How do I get rid of the search results? I don't want them. There we go.
Ron Delight is simply too young to be sent into war. That's all. I'm afraid I have no idea what that means, Mr. Godot.
Exactly.
Then you need to get out more, Your Honor.
Shut up, Gatto.
Life is war, but that's exactly why you must be more precise in your wording.
I love your voice for Gatto. Can I just say that?
Yes, you can. I am very happy that you are appreciative of my Gatto voice.
It's my favorite voice that you've done so far.
That's all that statement means. You understand now, right?
Other than, like, At Me, who's just really fun because he's extreme and loud.
Oh, yeah. He's definitely fabulous.
Oh, yeah. It's not called being gay. It's called being fabulous!
It's funny that you point out those two because I ship them.
At Me and Gatto?
Yes.
Nice. You know what? I can kind of see that, and I hate it.
It's just in the first part of the trial, like, they were making very sus statements. If you rewatch the VOD.
Oh yeah. While I was looking for the comic I sent you about At Me's nose, I found a new ship, which is Adrian and At Me. and I just don't get it. But apparently that's a huge ship on the internet, because I found a lot of that.
How do they see that?
I don't know. I just saw a ton of it. Like, there was so much Adrian and Atme art. I was like, the fuck is going on?
Anyway, that's all my statement means. You understand now, right? Yes, well then, let me briefly summarize the details of this case. Wow, the judge is taking charge like he knows what's going on for a change.
He doesn't. He totally doesn't.
The victim is Kane Ballard, CEO of KB Security. His body was found in a safe at approximately 9 a.m. on the morning of the 13th. However, the time of death was estimated as 1 a.m. of the previous day. And that's when our lost little kitten dropped the ball. That little lost kitten is, of course, the defendant.
Look how sad he is! He's just... Oh!
Very well then, Mr. Godot. Please call your first witness.
Dan.
I never drink more than 17 cups of coffee during any given trial.
That would kill a man.
But the first one is always the best. Perhaps his visor, has some sort of coffee antidote in it.
Oh, you'll see what that thing is for later. His toaster ass face.
Is it nice and toasty, just like the exterior looks?
A little. You'll know.
I'll find out.
Know.
I'll see.
You'll find out.
Mr. Godot, your witness.
There's something I want to send you, but I literally can't send you it until you beat the game.
Okay.
I'm mad about that.
Okay then. Let's hear what the defendant, Mr. Ron DeLight, has to say for himself.
Oh shit!
The defendant.
I get to do.
Huh?
I get to do his voice more today.
Hey! The defendant. Well, Mr. Wright, does the defense have any objections? It may be a bit of a disadvantage having the defendant testify, but I remember when Mia was defending me. She allowed me to testify so she could do the cross-examination. She put a lot of trust in me back then.
Yeah, even though you were a dumbass in a dumb pink sweater doing dumb things for your girlfriend.
We have no objections, Your Honor. The defense will allow Mr. DeLight to testify. Ha! You got guts, right? Alright then, Mr. Ron DeLight. Please take the stand.
He was at the stand!
Yeah, he was just there.
Ah! My boy!
There he is.
My child.
You did it, didn't you?
Yes.
What?
Hang on. Everything's loading. Everything's loading. Get out of here. I don't want you. Shit, hang on. I tried to open FL to make sure it worked on this laptop, and now it's yelling at me. And now I can't see anything. Go away! FL, go away! I don't want your stupid lyrics. I don't know who Adam is, and I don't care. No, that's not true.
For a moment there, I thought we'd set the record for the shortest trial ever.
Well, Mr. DeLight already looks plenty guilty with that face he's making.
And once he opens his big mouth, he'll probably put the last nail in his own coffin.
Stop bullying him!
Ha! Very well. Now then, can you tell me something? If you didn't kill Ballard, why did you go to KB Security?
Hang on. Well, that's kind of hard to say. Boy, I wish I could go home. Me too.
Now then, let's hear some testimony about what happened.
Aw, look at my boy. That evening, around 1 a.m., I went to see Mr. Bullard in his office at KB Security. The blackmail letter I got, it ordered me to go there. I'd been working for KB Security until a year ago, so I knew where his office was. I'm falling out of my voice real hard.
1 a.m., the exact time that the murder took place. The weak are washed away by the tides of fate, the strong drink it up. Ha! It's bitter today, too, just like my destiny.
You'd never know that from the way he's chugging it down.
Mr.
Some
Wright,
people
your
like-
cross-examination, if you please.
Some people like bitter. Those people are wrong.
One of my brother's girlfriends, their dad really likes black coffee. So my brother had to try to enjoy black coffee to impress him.
My God, your brother's an idiot. My God. First of all, one of your brother's girlfriends is concerning. Two, that's a stupid way to try and impress a dad.
Like one of his exes.
I know.
Yeah.
He has a lot of exes, is my point.
Fair enough.
I mean, I have one actual ex and one that I don't really consider an ex because it wasn't really a relationship. I mean, it was-ish, but not really. I don't know. I don't know how to feel about that one. It ended weirdly. Anyways,
After like a week, too.
not after a week, but after like a month. And
Okay.
it was the dumbest of things, honestly. I regret it for so many reasons, mostly involving my assholery. I was a dick during that relationship. Anyways, that evening at around 1 a.m., I went to see Mr. Bullard in his office at KB Security. Give me 1 sec, I have to mute for a second.
Okay. 1 a.m., huh? You're absolutely sure about that.
Trying to be vindictive. I'm just terrified that you'll see me different. You'll change your mind. Tell me that I'm crazy. Oh my God, I hate this laptop sometimes. Why are all of the USB ports on this side of the computer? You'll change your mind. Tell me that I'm crazy. Tell me that I'm okay. I can't get this fucking thing off my desk. Get off my desk, please. Thank you. Go into the hole, because I don't need you right now. Put this in here. No, don't put that in there, because I can just plug it into that hole now. Hello, testing.
Hello. You got a very good mic quality here.
Or if I need to reset Discord. Fuck. Hang on.
You can hear me though, right?
Oh no.
Huh?
Oh no, what have I done?
I can hear you.
Oh no, I broke everything.
Oh no.
Shit. I swear, not sure.
Oh, bye. Bum, ba-dum, bum, bum, ba-dum, bum, bum, ba-dum, bum, bum, ba-dum, bum, bum. Night in Phoenix, how have you been? What are you guys up to? Hello? Welcome back. Welcome. Hello. How are you?
Hello?
Oh? Oh.
I can't fucking hear you. Give me a sec.
Your mic quality is going down the drain.
Hello?
There you are. Hi.
Give me a sec.
Okay.
I forgot to completely disable one of the two sets. Disable this. Now it can only hear me on my microphone. Building the new nether portal since I finally got an idea for it. Awesome.
Nice.
Alright, I'm good. Turn this up. Yeah, I fixed everything.
All
Let's do
right.
this.
Glad everything's fixed. 1 a.m., huh? You're absolutely sure about that?
Yes, that's what my watch said when I was entering the CEO's office. No. My voice for him has completely changed. Oops. Actually, I'm not sure. My watch was slow and my internal clock was so good.
I remember you had a bit more nasal to it, like, actually, I'm not sure.
I'm not sure. My watch was slow and my internal clock was also a bit.
There we go. 1 a.m. That's the exact time that the victim, Mr. Ballard, was murdered, correct? It's too late for a coffee date, that's for sure.
That is debatable, Gatto. Fuck you. The blackmail letter I got, it ordered me to go there. Okay, now I remember how I did it. I had to get him up in my nose and the back of my throat. Gotcha.
Okay. Exactly where that snot went. It ordered you there.
Gross. It was the first time I'd gotten a blackmail letter that ordered me to go somewhere. That's a lie! All of your blackmail letters ordered you to steal something from a specific place.
Does that mean you've gotten other blackmail letters then?
Oh, of course. It'd say things like, steal this, or take that.
Why don't you save those for later, Mr. Delight? Please, don't say any more. Now, what should I do?
He wants him to stop saying things because he said specifically that the letters told him to take that.
I can't press Ron too hard, it could ruin the case. I'll just take this one slowly.
Wow, Nick, you kind of look like a politician planning out your next move. Jesus, Mia, don't... I hate Phoenix too, but not that much.
I mean, she's not entirely wrong.
True.
You used to be a security chief for KB Security, right?
Yes, that's right. Oh my god, hang on, shit. Hang on, give me a second. How do I turn this off? Oh no, get away.
You need to stop opening up new things.
No, FL Studios, I was opening an old file just to see how it worked. And apparently I never muted myself on that.
What are you doing with FL Studios?
And I started screaming in my own ear.
What are you doing with FL Studios?
Testing to make sure it works on this laptop.
Yeah, you can do that after.
Bitch, I can do them at the same time, it's fine. Yeah, continue.
A security chief, you, and yet a year ago you were fired without notice. Revenge for an old grudge? A perfect motive for murder, wouldn't you say? This isn't good. Maybe I should change the subject.
Life after being fired. You build me up and make me whole again.
I kind of want to know why he was fired. Mr. Delight, please tell us why you were fired from your job.
Well...
The world is filled with those who have said, I wish I had never asked that. Okay, then I take it back. No, I don't take it back. Defendant, please answer the question.
I needed money. Oh, he looks so sad.
You needed money.
Well, you see, Desi loves to spend it. It's kind of her hobby. That's a terrible hobby.
Very destructive hobby.
Not exactly the best hobby in the world, huh, Nick? My salary wasn't nearly enough. So I stole data from the company. Oh, look at his face.
Come again?
KB Security has a lot of security info on all sorts of companies. And since I was a security team chief...
You stole some data and sold it.
Mr. Bullard found out and I was fired immediately.
What? I wish I had never asked that.
I was somehow able to keep it secret and made it seem like I had quit on my own. What is it, Nick? You don't look so good. Maya, are you fucking stupid?
Someone who brings harm to their company is fired as punishment. You'd do well to remember that.
He sure told you.
So you admit that you stole data from your company, is that correct?
Yes, I'm sorry. Aww. I need him to scream, then I can get my voice back for him 100%.
This is a very important fact. Please add it to your testimony.
Like, please don't ignore me!
You can always do that as like a warm-up thing.
True. I also, crashing. My coffee's wearing down and I don't want to make more because I already had too much today. Thank you, Daycare Ladybot.
Oh man, this whole thing just took a big turn for the worst, crashed and blew up. It's gonna take the jaws of life to rip this case from the clutches of disaster. Okay, Mr.
You know
Poet.
he didn't... Him being fired is not the problem here. He fired me for selling company secrets, but Jesse doesn't know about that.
Why would he do something like that?
Well, for Jesse's hobby. What else? Aww.
Wasting money, huh?
It's not a waste.
You clipped that.
I'm
Or
sorry.
like your mic clipped there and it like went out of the range that Discord's able to capture.
Oh, I know what happened. It's because Discord was like, that's just noise.
That's not a human vocal range.
Hang on, let me do that again. It's not a waste! So Miss Delight doesn't know that her husband was fired, does she? Mrs.
So it would seem.
Look at him! Oh, I don't know why every time he appears, I just get happy. I'm not sure what to think about couples who keep secrets like that from each other.
I can't believe it. This case has gotten even Maya to think seriously about couples. Please try to stay focused, Mr. Wright.
Phoenix's many VAs use trigger quotes, so I guess I'm gonna have to do that for Ron, is just scream and get my voice back for him.
Trigger quotes?
Yeah, like to trigger the voice. Like to trigger Dahlia, you might be like, I just want to say, it is an honor for me to be in your noble presence. Like that would get me back into my Dolly voice, and then if I want to go back and then if I want to go back to Ron, I just go, please don't voice Dahlia!
I know that I've used trigger quotes before. I'm trying to remember what one of them was. It's like I usually do that for like accents and stuff.
Oh yeah, me too. When I need to get into when I first tried to get into my Scottish accent, my fucking my trigger quote was, "There's no need for that kind of language, laddie." Of course, that no longer works. So my new trigger for that is, if you had the chance to change your fate. I said that during my children's literacy class. We were talking about Brave, and in the middle of us talking about Brave, I pulled out my Scottish accent and went, "If you had the chance to change your fate," and the entire class laughed.
For me, when I do my Russian accent, mine is Vladimir Putin.
Really, you use Vladimir to get the Russian accent?
Yes.
Usually, when I try to do Russian, I just try to do German and let my accent fall into Russian. Because I genuinely cannot do a German accent. I'd have to try so hard.
I only know like a few syllables of difference between the two, so they merge so much. Russian and French also merge for me.
I can do a little bit of French, but it's not that good. I'm still working on it. I'm hoping I can get it better before we start the recording for the Danganronpa game so that I can play Aya. Though maybe getting someone else to play her would be best.
Yeah, I think that we should get someone who actually speaks French. Because then they can also tell us how bad our French writing is.
My mother could voice Aya better than me. Nai says you go from the accent of the fatherland to the accent of the motherland. I love this. Oh my gosh. Anyway.
Sounds like he's avoiding something. At least that's what it sounds like to me.
For my Scottish trigger quote, I use Helsing Abridged Anderson. Uh-oh, I got a bad feeling about this. You better be careful. Maya, shut up.
But if we don't find a way to make him spill the beans, we'll never get closer to the truth.
Yeah. Playing this game is making me grin my ass off.
You know what, maybe I will make him talk about the blackmail letters.
Yeah, my boy.
So what did the blackmail letter in question say?
And said to bring $50,000.
Money, eh? A perfect motive for committing murder.
Oh, but wait! I never intended to pay that money anyway!
Oh, is that right?
After all, we had nothing to hold over our head. I had nothing to be afraid of.
An important point indeed. Witness, let's have that added to your testimony.
Yes, sir! Oh, I love him.
Ha! A muddy mud skipper in outer space has a better chance of surviving than I do.
I don't know what that is, but I assume it's a kappa.
I think it's like kind of like frog or something, or like some swamp creature.
Mud skipper. Oh, I hate it. Oh, I hate them.
Send a picture in the Discord.
Oh, they're like a halfway point between a frog and a fish. They're gross.
So they're kind of like Stunfisk, or? Oh.
I don't like it. They make me upset. I just want... Pick one! Either be a fish or a frog. Don't be both.
Are you a frog or a fish? And it's a horse.
No one can say that quote to me without me thinking of a song from, oh shit, what's it called? Wander Over Yonder. Because in the middle of it he goes, are you a man or are you a Zabornak? Which means nothing to anyone if you haven't seen the show. But it's such a good song in the show and it's so good. Anyways, we're not talking about Wander Over Yonder. We're talking about Ace Attorney.
And
you can't tell, I have a lot of energy. The blackmail threat didn't scare me. It wasn't going to cause me trouble or anything. So why'd you go, you dumbass?
Just what were you being blackmailed about anyway? The blackmail letter said, if you don't want your identity revealed, correct?
I'm sure I was referring to the whole mask-to-mask thing.
Tisk. I'm afraid that reason isn't going to hold up anymore. What do you mean? The victim had no proof the defendant was mask-to-mask. But you were the only one who stole company secrets only 1 year earlier.
But I was all over... that was all over with once I was fired. Oh. But it's true. The fact I stole secrets was kept under wraps. Even so, there was no reason for me to pay up now a whole year later.
Is that really true?
What is it, Nick?
The fact that Ron was stealing company data. I wonder if he would have had a problem if that ever became public knowledge. Mr. Delight, I believe you would have been in considerable trouble if your identity as a company data thief was made public.
Oh.
Mr. Wright, what are you trying to do by bullying your own client?
It's so easy to bully that man.
For fun.
Yeah, I hate to say it, but he's very bullyable.
Ha! Men are like colonies of bacteria. The more heat you apply, the faster they grow. That's exactly right. Well then, feel free to keep up the heat, my little lawyer amigo. Little lawyer amigo? Yes. Now come on, provide some evidence to back up your assertion. Why would Mr. Delight want to keep his data stealing secret from going public? So I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's something about Desiree. But also,
Don't forget you can press R to go to the profiles.
yeah. I'm just also thinking one of these might have been I'm just also re-looking at some of the evidence.
Okay, I think I think Phoenix wants me to read this because it's very Scottish. By Jove, you fucking heather of a woman, surrounded by dozens of Nazi vampires armed literally to the teeth. And what do? You step out your car, pull out your sword, and say, "Come at me, you cart shites." No wonder Alucard wants to plow that virgin soil. I'm thinking of planting some flowers myself. Jesus fucking Christ. I'm sorry, who wants to fuck her? Stop trying to fuck people. Why is everyone horny all the time? Anyways, don't forget you can go to the profiles.
Yeah, I know. I'm just also looking at the evidence again.
Present your attorney's badge. Oh my god, I just realized that Twitch didn't want Phoenix's message to go through the chat because of the word plow.
Yeah, I also noticed that. I'm like, who doesn't want people to say plow?
Well, because
and
in
then I
this
remembered,
context, it's
I
not
remember the
plowing.
context. Yeah.
I'm gonna hug my Eevee because I'm not playing the game, so my hands are free to hug my Eevee doll.
Okay.
Yeah, my boy.
Mr. Delight, what you said just now doesn't match what you told me yesterday.
Huh? What doesn't?
I think you must have been scared, very scared, of having a certain person find out your secret. A certain person? Miss Desiree Delight, the defendant's wife.
Oh, but listen to me, my Desi, she's...
Looks like if I just sit back and relax, the fun will end before it truly begins. Godot. Yes, we know. It was all your wife's fault.
What?
What do you mean? Mr. Delight stole company data to pay for his... Mr. Delight stole company data to pay for his wife's spending habit, for which he was fired. Unable to face his own wife, someone used his dirty little secret to blackmail him. And that is how this murder came about. Oh. No, everything's falling neatly into place for him.
Don't talk about my Desi like that! Or you'll be sorry! Oh, he's gonna murder Gatto. Ron didn't murder Kane Bullard, but he may actually murder Gatto, and I'm down for that.
Well, it seems that we've learned a great deal of things here so far.
What do you think, Nick?
I didn't think it was possible to get so thoroughly whipped in just 20 minutes, and Franny's not even here.
I was gonna say, Francisco would like a word with you.
Clearly there was sufficient motive for murder. He stole data for his wife, and then he killed to protect his secret. A family man who cared just a little too much.
Aww.
The motive
Jeff, I
is
want
clear.
you to know. Dev, I want you to know I love you enough that if my spending habits drive you to the point of considering murder, you can just tell me and I will stop buying things.
Yeah, I mean, like, ideally, like, we both have an eye on, like, the finances.
Oh, yes, but I know, but I usually am bad at that. So if I ever spend too much money and you need to kill somebody, just tell me and I'll stop. I'm just
Hopefully it doesn't
letting you
get
know.
that far.
I'm just letting you know if it ever gets that far, just tell me.
Okay. What happened at the crime scene at 1 a.m. in the morning, Mr. Delight?
1
Come
a.m.
now.
in the morning.
Tell us. 1 a.m. in the morning. We're all ears. Tell us about 1 a.m. in the morning.
I'm sorry, his face is so good. When I entered the office, there was a suspicious shadow there. Sorry, I'm all hopped up on coffee and now I can't fucking speak right.
Now tell me more about this suspicious shadow.
Fuck you. Suddenly, I was hit on the forehead. After that, I remember being a bit dazed. If I hadn't been wearing that, I would have been killed. When I came to, Mr. Bullard was lying there dead. Oh,
I see. Suddenly hit on the forehead, huh?
I realized just now that my coffee is hitting, and that's why I'm full of so much energy, freaking out over Ron. Holy shit! I need to go like run a lap around the building. Oh shit! Let's do this.
I believe the detective from yesterday provided a similar testimony. He said that Master Mask struck him on the head from behind. Of course, since Atme turned out to be the culprit himself, that was all a lie. Ha! No one's gonna believe a pathetic lie like that.
What are you saying? I really was attacked! Aww.
We'll find out if what you say is true or not during the cross-examination. Got that, Mr. Trey? Don't go easy just because he's your client. If I see any sign that you are, I'll treat you to another cup of my special blend. You don't need to worry about that, Mr. Goodell. I've already had 6 cups of coffee this morning. I have faith in Ron, and I know he didn't do it.
'Cause he fucking can't. That twink could never kill anybody. It's okay for me to use the word twink because I'm like bi, right? I don't know. I feel like if someone gets offended for me calling someone a twink, I'm gonna have to stop. But at the same time, it's like I don't mean it in a derogatory way.
I don't consider it an inoffensive term.
Well, you're not gay. The gay are it was a derogatory term for gay people for a while. That's why I'm bringing it up.
Oh. Yeah, I just thought it was always, like, Twinkie I can see as gay, but, like, twink, I just assume that it's, like, a twig person.
I love how it's actually, it's been apparently argued. It's been argued whether or not twink is a offensive word, so I'm gonna decide that it's not and just continue. Anyways.
Yeah, especially none of us have a problem with it. Who was this suspicious shadow? Exactly.
You're my twink. If there was 1,000 of me, and even one knew, I tell you, trust me. What does that mean?
I don't know.
His dodging all our questions is not helping us win this case.
Okay, how was the victim, Mr. Bullard at that time?
What do you mean by how was he?
Was he already dead? Was he still alive? Maybe he was the one who hit you on the first place.
That's a good question. What do you think, Mr. Wright? Oh my god, Ron, honey!
Forget it.
Ron! Ron. Oh.
Your forehead.
Yeah, I was hit on the forehead as soon as I entered the room. It was an amazingly fast and powerful attack.
Do you remember anything about who hit you?
Well, like I said, it was fast and a powerful hit. Oh my god, shut up, Ron. So I think I was a little dazed for a while. I don't think Mr. Delight even grasped what you were asking.
Yeah, I'd like to show him a fast and powerful attack myself.
Oh, everyone wants to punch Ron, but I want to hug him.
I want to punch him and I want to hug him.
Yeah, that's fair.
Maybe that would knock some sense back into him.
If I hadn't been wearing that, I would have been killed.
That? Could you please clarify what you're referring to?
Why, my Master Mask costume, of course.
And that metal helmet. Wait just a moment. Mask to mask?
Huh? Oh, I did. Did I forget to mention it before? Just to be on the safe side, I dressed as Master Mask. Honey. Look at that amazing picture of him just walking in there as fucking Master Mask.
He looks like he's about to place a cipher tripwire.
He really does. Look at his fucking... That is a pose and a half. That is the most flamboyant thief I've ever seen in my life. I love him.
What?
Oh, I totally didn't read that line. I zoned out for a minute. Nick, did you know about this? He never told me this.
And then I descended upon the office at KB Security, he said. I don't recall him ever mentioning it to me either. Even I didn't know that.
Ron, you idiot.
It seems our little friend really loves to keep secrets.
Ron seriously didn't tell anybody? I'm sorry, I just never had a chance to mention it up until now. Wait. That's not right. You know, sometimes things just slip your mind.
Ha! My sixth cup of coffee is staring up at me coldly. At any rate, we can't ignore this new piece of information. Witness, please correct your testimony.
I'd have been killed if I wasn't wearing my Master Mask costume.
Why were you dressed up as Master Mask?
Why, because I am Master Mask, of course. Oh my god, Ron.
What are you talking about? Master Mask's trial is being held next door.
Yeah, I guess so. Anyway, at the time, I thought I was being blackmailed over the Master Mask issue. So I thought I should go as him, just to be safe.
Oh boy.
Let me tell you, it's a real pain to move around with that cape.
No capes.
No capes! That's why it took a lot longer than I'd expected.
Took a lot longer? What's he talking about? Yeah, I'll press it now. What do you mean by took a lot longer?
Oh, opening the safe, of course. My cape got caught on the safe door, you see. This all happened when I was hiding Mr. Bullard's body. Oh my god.
Ryan, what the fuck? What was that? Back up a second.
Yes?
You were the one that hid the body in the safe?
Oh, Ron! Well, yeah.
Inconceivable! Why?
Everyone who hears the word inconceivable...
What reason could you have? What were you thinking?
Everyone who says the word inconceivable thinks about Princess Bride. I think about Descolet, because sometimes when you're doing a puzzle as Descolet in the Azran Legacy, if you fail it, he'll go, inconceivable! And it's really funny to me.
Question. No, wrong voice. Question. When does someone toss their dirty shorts in the washing machine? What? The answer is simple. When they take them off.
No.
As usual, I have no idea what you're saying. Do you mean that Mr. Delight hid the body because he's the murderer? Ha! So you're not as stupid as you look.
He does look pretty stupid. His metaphor this time was really obscure.
Mr. Wright, you don't mean that you knew about this whole safe business, do you? Well, yes. Why am I the only one not in the loop here? Because you're not supposed to have information. Not until the trial itself.
I mean, he's supposed to have the evidence that the prosecution finds.
Yeah, like he's supposed to have evidence, but he's not supposed to know everything.
Yeah, but that's a huge piece of evidence, is that he put the body in the safe. It doesn't necessarily mean he killed him, but it does necessarily mean that something happened.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know exactly
what stuff's violently cleaning my sinuses.
I don't know exactly what's supposed to be and what's not supposed to be, like, given to the judge, but, like, that's...
What are you tearing open?
Oh, sorry, I was just playing with a protein bar.
That is super loud in your low-quality mic.
In my built-into the laptop mic.
Yeah, low-quality mic.
Okay, fine. Witness, make sure you add this to your testimony.
Yes, sir.
Uh-oh, looks like a storm front's moving in over the fair-weather judge.
I panicked and hid the body in the safe. It took about 10 minutes.
Why did you hide the body in the safe anyway?
Well, because it wouldn't fit in a drawer. Oh my god. Ron!
Ron, that's not the reason.
For jokes.
That's not exactly what I meant.
When I saw that corpse, I kind of lost it. I thought, if they find his corpse, they'll think I did it.
Huh. I think you had a simpler reason than that. It's because you killed him. That's why you spent 10 minutes hiding the body. That certainly makes more sense. Hold on. 10 minutes.
What is it, Nick?
I just had a thought. Under those circumstances, would you normally try to hide the body? And spend 10 whole minutes to do it?
Under those circumstances? What circumstances? Oh! Hey, Nick, if you think his behavior was so strange, why don't you present some evidence that would show just what those circumstances were?
That's it. I'll take a look at the court record and present some evidence.
We heard this from Mr. Delight yesterday, didn't we? Yeah.
There's not much in this testimony either.
I bet you he's still hiding something.
I wouldn't be surprised. We'll just have to draw it out of him.
I just hope he doesn't make things any more complicated.
Yeah, so... It's... about the alarm, probably. There we go. Your Honor, could you please take a look at this record? And what might this be? The record for the emergency buzzer that connects the CEO's office to security. If the button in the office is pressed, the security team is supposed to come running. And according to this record, the buzzer was pushed once at 1:02 a.m. What? If Mr. Rondelite truly was the murderer, he would have ran as soon as that buzzer sounded. After all, a security guard would have been heading his way. Ha! Let's remember who we're dealing with here. You probably had no idea that there were security personnel in the building.
Dude.
Up until 1 year ago, my client was working as a chief of security. There is no way he wouldn't have known about them. But as it turns out, the guard never came. That was nothing more than a coincidence. The fact that the guard was a pathetic loser, who had just gotten punched in the face by his ex's new boyfriend, and wasn't anywhere in the vicinity, was not something Mr. Delight could have known.
You didn't have to out him like that, Phoenix.
Ha! Again, remember who we're dealing with here. It's a sure bet that Mr. Delight didn't even notice the buzzer going off. This buzzer is extremely loud. There is no way he could have ignored something like that. If he had been conscious, that is. Conscious? What do you mean by that? Alright, I got my coffee. I'm relaxed. Fine, let's hear your theory. Recall the defendant's testimony. The moment he entered the victim's office, someone attacked him. Mr. Delight said he felt dazed. I'm willing to wager that he was knocked unconscious for at least a few minutes. Unconscious? So he fainted. That's why Mr. Delight didn't know that the buzzer had sounded. And that's why he thought he had time to hide the body. So what are you trying to say? Mr. Delight was knocked out and the buzzer went off soon afterwards. Now, unless my client was able to hit the buzzer while he was unconscious, it can only mean that there was another person in that room. That's right, whoever it was that knocked out Mr. Delight and then pressed the buzzer. Order in the court. Mr. Wright, this is
objection!
This is objection. Preposterous. It was this kid. Mr. Delight. Ron Delight, the one who killed Cain Ballard.
No, it wasn't. My boy did not kill anyone.
Then who pressed the buzzer? It was the victim, of course. He pressed the buzzer when the defendant attacked him. He didn't die right away. He must have held on long enough to push that button. So Cain Ballard sounded the buzzer himself. What is your opinion on this, Mr. Wright?
Wait, what?
You don't wait?
I don't remember it, but I'm pretty sure that's wrong. But that's just me. You know what? It's been so long, I'm actually doing an amnesia run of this game at this point.
You need to watch out for fire extinguishers. I need to prove the real criminal was there at the scene, but how?
It's one hell of a reference to make here.
Can I prove that it wasn't Cain Ballard who sounded the buzzer?
Go into the court record before you make your choice.
Yep, that's exactly what I was about to do.
Can you not check the autopsy report closer? No, you can't.
I mean, the autopsy report seems like it's presentable. It's...
No, I know, but I meant like checking it closer.
Yeah, I know. The defense's opinion is this, Your Honor. Piece of evidence that proves it wasn't the victim who sounded the buzzer.
No.
He died at 1 o'clock. The buzzer was sounded at 1:02.
No, okay. No, because the body was found a day later. They're just estimating the time of death to be around 1 a.m.
Okay. Well, what do you think, Mr. Godot? Ha! I can hear it. The sound of a buzzer. Huh? It's going off inside your head at this very moment. The emergency buzzer of your heart. Is
it really?
Maybe just a little.
Oh my god,
Mr. Wright, you need to think more carefully.
Look at the entire court record. Don't go off what I'm saying, because I have not played this game in ages.
Yeah, I know. I just saw that and I'm like, maybe. But yeah.
If you can't prove it, that's okay. It just means you have to keep going.
Yeah, I just have one more thing to check. Okay, yeah, no, that's useless. Wait, actually, maybe Larry has something. Nope.
Creepy. You sound like Detective Atme.
The defense's opinion is this, Your Honor. Piece of evidence. Oh.
Oh, apparently you do have to do it now. Oh, great.
Okay.
Oh, I'm
Oh.
stupid. I know what the answer is now.
Yeah. Because there are no fingerprints on it, and he wasn't wearing gloves.
Yeah.
I believe that this is the piece of incontrovertible evidence that you were looking for. The emergency buzzer. Is there some kind of clue on it? Absolutely not. Hey, come on now. At least give some thought to what you say before opening your mouth.
Shut up, Gatto.
The fact that there are absolutely no clues is itself the clue. Now I'm the one who's clueless.
Oh, Judgy.
This button has no fingerprints on it. If Mr. Ballard had really pressed it himself, naturally he would have left his fingerprints behind. He could have, like, slammed it with his fist. Like when an anime character, like, slams their fist on the wall. I'm going to attack this wall for no reason!
Like Clavier did.
Rhonda Light obviously wiped them off. Why would he? A guard would have come in any moment. He touched that button, I know he did. The defendant, Mr. Delight, was dressed as Mask to Mask. And Mask to Mask always wears gloves. What reason could he have possibly had to wipe the button free of his fingerprints?
Good point.
Order, order, order! Ha! It would seem I've been forced to eat crow. I wonder what...
Fuck you! Every single time!
Read the
nameplate before you... Read the nameplate before you read my text, damn it! I wonder what blend number crow-flavored coffee is. It has weed in it.
However, if the real killer was there at the scene... I see what you did there. Why would that person press the emergency buzzer? Shouldn't they have run away without putting themselves in extra danger?
Phoenix!
What's with this awkward silence all of a sudden?
Phoenix, it's not that hard!
Ha! It looks like you're fresh out of parlor tricks.
They're onto you, Nick! Oh my god, Phoenix is so dumb.
Just give me a minute to collect my thoughts.
Phoenix!
The real culprit killed Mr. Bullard around 1 a.m.
Dev, do you know why the buzzer was pushed?
Yeah, because whoever...
I feel like this is like a Dora the Explorer game at this point. With Phoenix. With Phoenix not knowing, it's pissing me off so much. I want to throw him into a vat of toxic waste.
Yeah, because whoever actually killed the dude pressed the buzzer and ran away.
What? But why?
To convict Ron.
Exactly, thank you. That's what I was asking. I wasn't asking, like, why. I wasn't asking how. I was asking why they would push it. And the answer is because Ron was there.
Yeah.
Like, Phoenix is stupid. And, oh, that's my line. And Mr. Delight just happened to waltz in when the murder was taking place, right? It's, sounds like something that Ron would do. Waltz into the room.
Yep. With Desi. The killer clobbered Mr. Delight and then sounded the buzzer.
Even though security was supposed to respond right away if the buzzer was pressed.
Security was supposed to respond. Time's up, Mr. Wright. Let's hear what you have to say. Very well, then. Oh, you've got some guts. I like that in an opponent. Why did the real killer sound the emergency buzzer? To find out what it did.
I thought you pressed that one for a minute. I was about to punch you from across the country.
Yeah, I just like flicked it and my mouse just went and tapped the...
Oh my god.
My aim is terrible even in Phoenix, right?
Good lord.
The killer knew that if they had pressed the button, a guard would come running.
Phoenix is Gato now.
The judge, actually. And that was exactly what they wanted. Do you mean to say the killer called the guard on purpose? Yes. Although, as it turns out, he never showed up.
Because he was getting his clock cleaned at the time. Not wrong. Ha! It's funny because Mia was killed by a cleaned out clock that Larry gave him.
Oh, that's good. That's so good.
I don't think that was intentional, but, you know...
What a touch of the story. You're saying the killer had a change of heart and called the guard to turn himself in?
Gato, are you stupid or something?
No, I'm not. When that buzzer sounded, there were 3 people in that office. The victim, Cain Ballard, who was already dead. The defendant, Rhonda Light, who was out cold. And the third person, the real killer.
Gee, I wonder who the real killer is.
Hypothetically, yes. Now then, in this situation, if the real killer made an escape, what would happen? The only ones left in the room would be the victim and Rhonda Light.
And if any security guards came running in at that time, they would think that I was the murderer.
Yes, that's precisely the real killer's objective. To frame Rhonda Light for the murder.
I love how he drinks it specifically to do a spit take.
It's like he's not surprised immediately with it. He just wanted to spit his coffee. Order, order, order! Heh, it would seem.
You do know that he's not laughing when he goes, huh, he's sighing, right?
Sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes, but when he's like smoking, he's probably like,
Okay.
I don't know. That's just me.
I will do that the next time I see him steaming.
No, it's fine. I'm just being a pedantic fuck.
I've been made to eat my words once again.
I love his mask. Actually, you've been made to do a spit take with a cup of coffee. Mr. Wright! Who was it? Who was it that tried to frame me? Wait a second. I'm the one and only Master Mouse, so... Nick, you mean the real killer is...
We're gonna drag that person in here right now.
But who is it? Oh my god, Maya, you're stupid.
I don't have any solid proof yet, but think about it. The killer knew Mr. Delight's identity, and they also knew that he had been called to KB security that night. So the killer used him to execute a well-crafted plan to murder Cain Ballard. Now then, let's hear your accusation, Mr. Wright. Who was it that framed Mr. Rhonda Light for the murder of Cain Ballard?
In before it was Desiree.
Ayo, no.
Do not present Desi.
Master Masks. I'm because of the silhouette, I'm pretty sure it was at me. But at the same time, I want to check other people first.
Oh my god, Devin, please.
Fine.
It's nobody but at me. There are negative reasons to believe it's not at me.
I just wish they wouldn't do the silhouette, you know?
I agree that the silhouette was stupid and it kind of ruined the suspense, but at the same time, you knew it had to be at me. Like, even before the silhouette showed up, you knew it had to be at me.
But he also has an alibi because of the last one.
Does he, though?
But, at the same time, he could be working with someone else. So I don't know yet. Because Atme can't be in two places at once any more than Ron can. So
you'll see.
So Atme has to have an accomplice doing one of the two.
No, you'll see.
Detective Luke Atme. He is the only one who could have done it. Ace Detective.
Luke Atme.
You mean Master did it?
No, he didn't!
Your Honor, the person being tried in the court next to us is not Master at all. He is in actuality the true murderer of Cain Ballard. Order, Mr. Wright, explain yourself. Theft and murder. Which is the more serious crime? They're not even close. Murder is a more serious crime, of course. It's a capital crime subject to a capital punishment. Wait, so then, does that mean they executed Dahlia?
What?
If murder is a capital crime that deserves capital punishment, does that mean that every person that we convict is executed?
That's actually a good point. I never thought about that line before when I was younger. I don't know if all of them are executed, but if all of them are executed, that makes me very upset given what happened to Acro. Like, Acro and Eni kind of don't deserve to be executed. But if it is the case, then I guess. And I love your question of, does that mean they killed Dahlia? It means, theoretically, that if she got found guilty for the murder of Doug Swallow, that she would be put on death row and was planned to be executed, but we do not know at this point whether or not she has been executed or if she's still in death row.
Right, because our trial was only to prove that Phoenix was innocent.
Yeah, then she had to have her own trial to be confirmed guilty.
Like Luke Atme is having his own trial right now to see if he's the thief.
Exactly.
Please remember the trial from yesterday, if you would. When Luke Atme confessed, there was a huge commotion in the courtroom. Of course, a famous detective was unmasked as well as masked to mask. That's a fun line to say.
Wait, I totally didn't see it. Shit. Oh, there it is. I found it.
Instead of being convicted of murder, he was found guilty of grand larceny. That was his true objective all along. To be found guilty, Mask to Mask had the perfect alibi for when the murder took place. He was stealing the urn at Lordly Taylor. In other words, being found guilty as Mask to Mask was Luke Atme's airtight, watertight, and unassailable alibi. A guilty verdict as an alibi?
Oh my god, I forgot about the double jeopardy rule. They do it wrong in this game.
Double jeopardy rule?
I think they do double jeopardy wrong. I might need someone to look into that. The way that double jeopardy works is you cannot be tried twice for the same crime. As far as I'm aware. If you are found not guilty for a crime, they cannot arrest you for the exact same thing. As such, hang on, yeah, double jeopardy is a procedural defense that forbids an individual from being prosecuted twice for a given crime or offense for which they have already been acquitted. Yeah, so basically, if Luke was found innocent of murder, then they couldn't accuse him again. Wait, what?
Okay. But these are...
No! That's the rule! Awesome! That rules!
I assume this is spoiler conversation now.
Sort of.
Okay.
Sort of.
But yeah.
Continue.
But yeah, if that is in fact what double jeopardy is, then then if we try him for murder here, it's still legal because we were trying him because they're trying him for theft.
I read something wrong.
What did you read wrong?
Oh no, I did read that wrong. They're both using it. That's hilarious.
I mean, they both are using the same excuse.
No. I'll explain it later. I'll explain it in a bit.
Okay.
I'll explain it after the fact, but continue.
You know,
that rules!
It's almost time.
God, I forgot about this. This game fucking rules.
For what? For Luke Atmey's verdict. It was a pretty simple trial, after all. If we're gonna stop this trial and stall that one, we need to do it now. Of course, that's assuming you have proof that the detective was the one who committed the murder. Mr. Luke Atmey's trial has indeed attracted the attention of the entire country. If we were to intrude and failed to provide adequate proof of his true crime, Mr. Delight would be left with no grounds for appeal. Am I really sure about this?
Yes.
Ha. A bet's only good when your life's the ante.
Mr. Wright, I believe in you!
Let me check my court record and try to believe it myself.
Oh, look at him. You don't need to prove that he did. Here's a tip for you. Don't try to prove that he did do it. Try to prove that he could have done it.
Yeah.
Oh, Ronnie. Oh my god, I'm not gonna geek out this much over the next case, because the next case doesn't have any characters I love. It has, like, overall, the next case is really fun, but all the characters are meh, in my opinion.
Okay.
But, like, the case is super fun. I really like the case. It's just, you know, it's not as good.
I'm going to investigate that twice.
I'm gonna let you know, the second you beat this game, I'm gonna send you like 1,000,000 YouTube videos.
Alright.
Shit, I am so hyper right now. I need to take off my sweater. I'm dying. I'm so hot and hyperactive, and I'm enjoying this way too much. I'm gonna go to the washroom while you read this. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Where the fuck is my phone? It's under my Eevee doll.
Gonna mute for a second. My grandma's calling me. Mr. Delight.
Skills of an idiot who got too much praise, and your whole damn career just turns into a phase, and the fire in your heart is beginning to fade. When you're one critique away from considering trading your piano for money, 'cause your wife is a shopaholic, isn't it funny? How average can cut so deep. So please, I'm begging you! Hi, I'm back.
Hi, welcome back. So currently the best lead I have is the wallet, which isn't very strong anyway.
Oh, I wanted to... Wait, why is the wallet a lead?
Because because of where it was found. It was like in the middle of the room. It was in the middle of a room that was completely separate.
Ron, did Larry say where the wallet was found? And also, why does that matter? That just means that Ron dropped his wallet at KB Security.
Yeah, that's why I said it's not a very strong lead.
It's not a lead at all. Also, I'm going to tell you... Actually, I'm not going to tell you right now. I'll tell you when it happens.
Thanks, but my decision will determine the rest of your life. Can I really risk your life like this?
Oh,
of course. Of course Mia's back.
Hey, bitch. She's back! Because, you know, we can't have a game without the Deus Ex Machina. Don't stray, Phoenix.
The Deus Ex Machina.
The Deus Ex Machina! I can't deal with that, man. I'm too fucking hyper on coffee to listen. Holy shit. Oh my god.
To be honest, you're more fun on coffee than alcohol.
I am. It's because I'm more coherent when I'm on coffee than when I'm on alcohol.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Give me a second. Oh my god, I have to breathe. That was a lot. I don't know why that was so fucking funny, but it really was. Whew. For your client, take the path of trust. Thank you, Deus Ex Machina. I'm gonna... Every single time Mia shows up, I'm going to say that.
That voice, it sounds like... Mia!
No shit, Sherlock!
Your Honor, the defense requests an immediate recess. Ha, so that's your answer, huh? Very well. I've decided as well. This court will now take a 20-minute recess. Mr. Wright, when we return, please summon Mr. Luke Atme to the stand. Yes, Your Honor.
October 14th, 11:58 a.m., District Courtroom number 5, because we're in 4.
Of course he's the prosecutor. Well, Sir Detective Atme. I have to say, Mr. Payne, you performed splendidly. Oh, Sir Detective Atme, you were the one who...
There he is! Oh no!
Oh.
Oh god!
What voice do I give him?
He is a Canadian stereotype, so give him a stereotypical Canadian accent. I can do it if you want.
Yeah, you can do it. I don't know what
That's enough! This court sees no reason to further prolong this trial. I don't know how to do that without him saying the fucking... This court finds the defendant Luke at me.
Wait! Don't hand down your verdict yet. Please!
Don't make fun of my boy like that.
Well, well, Sir Lawyer. Welcome to my courtroom.
Who's this hoser, eh?
My name is Phoenix Wright, attorney at law, and I wish to file an accusation against this man, Luke Atme. Accusation? You accuse Mask to Mask? That man is not Mask to Mask. He's just a ruthless murderer.
That nose wouldn't fit in any mask. He must have killed someone.
What? Oh, sorry, my bad.
I can't give this judge a voice, because the only accent I can't do is Canadian. But I know he says hoser and A and shit. He's a Canadian stereotype, and I love it.
Is he not like a Newfie accent?
Maybe. He's also related to the actual judge. He's the actual judge's younger brother. That's canon, and I think that's hilarious. To be continued. No, we're continuing. We're finishing this today because we've only been doing this for an hour and a half, and I'm hopped up right now.
All right. Let's hop on into the next trial then.
I'ma walk right in because it ain't nobody's business but mine. How I get the diamond out alive, it'll be the best money making crime of all time. Let me walk right in. No. Sorry. My sis?
I could have sworn I heard Mia's voice.
So then she's still alive? Inside your heart? Yeah, and also... Nicky boy.
And also what?
I don't remember what I was gonna say. I'm gonna be real. My mind is working at 1,000 frames a second.
She's alive in your heart. Oh, Mr. Light.
Is it true that that detective is the real killer?
To be honest, we don't have any definite proof. But he's the only one who could have done it.
But wasn't he at Lordly Taylor that night? Not to mention, we don't exactly know his motive. I mean, why would Detective Atme want to kill Kane Bullard?
Oops, it's almost time. Better get back to the courtroom.
Phoenix!
I need to find some solid proof, and it's gotta happen sooner rather than later.
This is why he's called the Bluffing King.
Now then, this court is back in session. Mr. Luke Atme, please take the stand.
Look at that bitch.
Well, how do you do, Sir Lawyer? I never would have thought to see you acting so recklessly. I couldn't let them hand down your verdict just yet. Not when it would have given you your perfect alibi. An alibi by the name of Mask to Mask. I'm sorry, I'm afraid even the great Luke Atme has no idea what you mean. Of course, I have been in the next courtroom ever since 10 o'clock this morning. I'm afraid there is no way I could have known what's been going on in here. You've been in the defendant's seat all day long, correct? Being tried as Mask to Mask. Indeed, it is truly child's play to fool the ignorant masses. Not only did the poor fools ask me to protect their valuables, they even gave me a generous reward upon returning their own property to them. Take this red diamond ring that sparkles upon my divine finger, for example. So you continue to insist that you are in fact Mask to Mask. Of course! Very well then, Luke Atme. Let's begin with this simple question. On October 12th at 1 a.m., Kane Bullard was murdered. Where were you at that time? One without knowledge lacks even the knowledge that he should be ashamed of himself. But don't worry, I will not hold it against you, Sir Judge. Thanks. All right, Mr. Atme. The night of the murder. Speak. We're all ears. As you wish, Sir Prosecutor. I was stealing the urn as Masked a Mask, just as I announced I would. I had more than enough to prepare. It was a pathetically easy job. A photograph contains no words, but in this case, one turned out to be my witness. The time at which the camera captured Masked a Mask was the same time as the murder. It seems the main point of discussion will be between this photo of the crime scene. Everything else up until now was all part of his plan. There has to be a secret to this picture as well. Even the great Masked a Mask cannot be in two places at once. Now then, if you'll excuse me, I have a verdict to receive. Unfortunately, Mr. Atme, we still have to do your cross-examination. A fool is too foolish to know that he is a fool.
Hang on. Thomas is being a bitch and saying, "Follow me on Twitch," while we're streaming.
Yeah, and it's popping up a little thing at the bottom of my screen as well.
I'm just telling him to shush. I think he's trying to say that you're full of it, Nick. You can go on Do Not Disturb on Discord, by the way.
No. The only thing that's full of it is his alibi. I was stealing the urn as Masked a Mask, just as I announced I would. So this photograph is the proof, correct? Indeed it is. And the man in the photo is certainly wearing a mask. That is why I am called Masked a Mask.
Oh my god, shut up.
That is but conveniently, that also means there is no way to tell who this really is. What do you mean? Ha! Are you saying that this is in fact... are you saying that this is not in fact Luke Atme? That it could be an accomplice dressed up as Masked a Mask to create an alibi? Oh ho ho, what an interesting idea. Are you saying that I, Lone Wolf Luke, had an accomplice? I don't know who the accomplice is yet, so... If Luke Atme was at KB Security during the murder, then Masked a Mask in this picture has to be a fake.
Then there really was an accomplice.
But right now, I have no idea who it was.
I don't have any idea right now either.
Baseless objections are just what that guy wants. There's gotta be another way, and I'm gonna find it. I had more than enough time to prepare. It was a pathetically easy job. I believe Adrian Andrews hired you at one point. That's right. That was over 20 days ago, if I am not mistaken. You sent the calling card to Lordly Taylor 10 days before the heist. That would mean you sent out the card after you began your security watch, right? Indeed. There was no reason why I couldn't do both jobs at once. It was the perfect opportunity to steal my latest target. I see. You truly are evil, aren't you?
Wow, dude.
Yes, evil is what I am.
Hey, Nick, isn't there something odd about this? Detective Atme was always proud of his ace detective skills, right? But if the urn was stolen from Lordly Taylor while he was the only one watching it, he'd have no way to maintain his perfect ace detective persona. Oh, my dad just texted me something huge. What the fuck, Dad?
Like a paragraph or essay?
I have no idea. Let's find out. I'm not gonna read it live on stream.
Yeah, of course. You know that's true.
No, He sent me a purse. A picture of a purse, I see.
Ah. You know, that's true. It's kind of odd. A photograph contains no words, but in this case, one turned out to be my witness. So by photograph, you mean this piece of evidence here. Am I correct? Indeed it is. That is it. That is it. That is it. The very thing that proves I committed the crime.
Can you actually pause it on the picture for a second? I want to confirm something. I'm playing the game at the same time as you. I'm just trying my hardest not to, you know. Okay, cool.
Yo, I've seen something like that nether sword.
Huh?
In the creativity corner.
Oh, that looks amazing!
I like that.
Yo! Dude, that looks fucking sick! Oh, that looks so cool!
Especially because the little pedestal you made it for it, that also makes it look really good.
God, Nye, you're so fucking talented!
What's that sound?
What sound?
There's a dum 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 dum. Like it sounds like either the Steam big picture mode scrolling, or like a chair scraping on the ground.
Like, bum. Like, does it sound like a... It might be my phone vibrating on the desk. I don't know.
That could be it. It was going off a bit last night too.
Yeah, that'd be my phone then, probably.
Alright, you done with the picture?
Yeah, I've been done for a while.
Okay. The very thing that proves you committed the crime. When you think about it, it's really odd. You say that almost as if you had this picture taken on purpose. He was simply caught by the very camera that he had set up. We all have days like that. Indeed, it turned out that there was no such thing as the perfect crime after all. Life is truly an ironic thing, a sad blue melody. It looks like I'd better gather more information for now. He's truly the killer. There's gotta be something phony in that photo. The time at which the camera captured mask to mask was the same time as that murder. But the camera that took this photograph. Oh, come now. It's all too clear what you're thinking. Huh? You think I altered the timestamp on the photograph, don't you? I'm afraid that's impossible. The camera was set up by Lordly Taylor, and on top of that, it was Lordly Taylor's staff that printed that picture's data. Unfortunately for the defense, there's no way that picture could have been altered. I see. Looks like I'd better find something else that could be suspicious.
So, is this alibi false?
It has to be, or he couldn't have killed Mr. Bullard at KB Security.
But I'm not really spotting anything unusual.
There are two possibilities. Either the mask-to-mask in the photo is a fake, or the photo itself is.
Look at the photo for yourself, and you might see what I saw.
Yeah.
Not
that photo.
I'm not telling you what I saw, but I did see
I'm
something.
thinking it has something to do with the edge of the photo. I'm thinking it has something to do. Hold on, I'm thinking it has something to do with this here. The
With what?
the paint splotch.
I'm not telling you
Because
anything.
okay, yeah, I know. Because the way that I see it, that box doesn't have any paint on it right now, when it should.
It only has paint on one side, remember? And you can only see one side, so the paint might just be on the other side. That's hidden by his arm. Look at the box, like, in your court record, and that proves it.
Right, because it's on the side that... Yeah, because the paint goes on the side that opens. But if you look at the...
No, it's just that the paint goes on the bottom. If he's holding it so that the top is facing the camera, then the bottom is not visible.
Yeah, but also the side that... the two sides that have paint on them, one of them is the one that says the sacred art on it. So it's... So the paint in the corner is... Yeah, the paint in the corner is facing away from it. I was just confused because it had, like, I thought there was on 3 sides, but his arm's covering it too.
Look at the splotch of paint in your court record. Also, you don't need to go all the way both pages. If you go right here, it'll take you back to the first page of evidence.
I'm trying to remember when when this was moved. It was moved the day of the crime.
Look at the paint splotch, it tells you.
Yeah.
Do you want me to tell you what I see in the paint in the picture?
Just tell me if it has nothing to do with the paint.
Currently it has nothing to do with the paint.
Okay.
It's the worst part is, to me, it's glaringly obvious.
Well, the fact that it doesn't have a date.
Exactly. His alibi would only be concrete if it had a date, but because it doesn't, he could have taken that picture at any point. I don't remember where you have to present it, but I'm pretty sure that's right.
Yeah.
Go back.
Yeah, it's probably... It could have been this one too, yeah.
A photograph contains no words. It doesn't contain any words to
it
say
contains
the day.
numbers.
You bet there is.
Oh yeah, so I don't actually have to present the picture itself.
Are you implying this picture?
Are you implying that this picture is a fake? You bet I am. There's definitely something strange about this picture. Flow of the sentence.
Jesus.
We took a look around the basement warehouse that night, before the theft took place. And there's something in the photo that doesn't match my memory of that night.
Oh, it is the paint splotch. Never mind.
Very well then. Let's hear what you have to say. Yeah, because it wouldn't...
Yeah, because Ami would be there.
Yeah, I was also thinking about, like, the statue, if the statue was there.
Yeah, Ami would have been there.
That's why, like, my eyes were, like, drawn to the paint first. The funny part is right here. Why, this is a blood stain!
It is! Sasha was murdered there!
Now this case is getting interesting! Not exactly. The stain is actually pink paint. Oh, just paint. And peach colored at that. Not Sayaka's
No.
blood. From blood to peaches, the judge sure loves going on wild tangents. The problem with this photograph is not the paint. The problem is when you consider the layout of the basement warehouse. It turns out that something that should have been there is nowhere to be seen.
Atme realizes this.
Well, Mr. Wright, what is supposed to be in this picture instead of the paint stains? The supervisor of the treasure exhibit stated the following.
Well, there was a good reason for that. On the day of the crime, around noon, stop reading my goddamn text and read the nameplate.
Never!
That golden statue just happened to arrive from the mountain training hall. I realized that the statue would be the perfect size for covering up the paint stains. That's why I put it where you first saw it.
I myself was there the night that the theft took place and saw the statue in that spot.
I'm so mad.
If this picture was truly taken on that night, then that statue should have been there.
This case has so many fucking foreshadowing moments and I'm mad about it.
But when I went there the day after the theft, the statue of the old bag was sitting in the corner.
Wow, that's rude!
Perhaps it was somehow pushed there accidentally. Your Honor, the statue is slightly larger than yourself and quite heavy. It would take more than an accidental push to move it that distance. Ha! In that case, can you prove it? Can you give us the rhyme and reason as to why the statue was moved that night?
Can you do it, Nick?
Never mind who moved it. The real question is why did they move it? Well, Mr. Wright, I hope you are prepared with your answer. Now then, who was the one that moved the golden statue on the night of the crime?
I don't think they did. You have to go to the profiles.
Yeah, probably. I mean...
I don't think it... I'm not saying this is correct because I genuinely don't remember the answer to this question. I don't think it was moved the night of the crime. I think it was moved... I think it was placed there after the picture was taken because remember, there's no date on the picture.
Yeah.
So she took the picture and then the Ami statue showed up. And then after Atme killed Bullard, he went to Lordly Taylor and realized the picture didn't look right anymore and pushed the statue away.
In that case, it was Gumshoe.
My answer is either Atme or Adrian, but take it at face value because I don't actually remember.
Yeah.
Gato moved it!
God, I moved it. This guy just telepathically moved it from inside the safe.
He died and then possessed the statue and moved it.
Just like, I want to move specifically over here.
He has acknowledged that he is Masty Mask.
Yeah. I don't know. What do you think, Mr. Godot?
I was wrong.
Yeah. A man should be able to answer his own questions. That's what I think. Right now, I'm busy trying to come up with 2 answers of my own. Why is coffee black? And why is it bitter?
Yeah, that is not
Mr. Wright, to put it simply, you've messed up.
What are you doing, Nick? You need to think about why that statue was moved. Shut up, Maya. Oh, you're not getting penalized for this one, so you could technically just present everybody. No, you're... Dev, it's asking who, not what.
Yeah, I know, but they also said that the important thing is why.
No, the important... Yeah, but you have to present who, and that will explain why. She is saying why, but he's asking who.
Oh, I didn't mean to present there. I didn't mean to present that.
You're more spastic than me, and I'm the one who's fucking high-strung as hell right now.
No, I meant to press R. I pressed E.
I'm gonna lie down. This is gonna take a while.
Okay, I have my finger over the R. There we go. Okay, it was not mask to mask.
Oh my god, Deb, just present at me!
Yeah, but if Abby moved it, he can't be here.
I'm going to fucking punch you. The second you get here in December, I'm punching you.
Hell yeah.
You get out of the airport and I'm punching you in the face. Giving you a shiner on the first day of your vacation.
I will be ready with a parry.
Good. With a parry? Are you bringing a sword?
No, you can parry with your hand.
I know. Shut up.
I shall riposte with a sword.
Parry this, you fucking casual.
The one who moved the statue is none other than Luke Atney. Come now, Sir Lawyer. There you go again on one of your strange delusions. Mr. Wright, what basis do you have for your strange delusions? It's very simple. The witness was the only one in the basement warehouse that night. That is indeed very simple, however. Why would I want to move a heavy golden statue? The reason for moving the golden statue, here's where our battle really begins. Ace Detective versus Ace Attorney. Well, Mr. Wright, what reason did the witness have to move that statue? The reason can be found here in this photograph.
Here we go.
Look at me. You pretended to be mask to mask to create an alibi by showing you were at Lordly Taylor that night. But this photograph contains a single fatal flaw. If the statue had been there, your lie would be exposed like a cheap film at a drugstore. That's why you had to move the statue. A single fatal flaw? Interesting theory. Please enlighten us.
This game makes me feel so much smarter than I am.
Exist?
I should move. I should do my homework, but I'm more interested in solving a murder I've already solved before.
And also, we're hanging out. It's a good time.
That too.
You can always study after. And you did some studying this morning, too.
I did.
Naturally, the lie in the photo is in this timestamp. What do you mean? I'll tell you exactly what I mean. On the night in question, Luke Atney went to KB Security and murdered Cain Ballard. Therefore, it's obvious. It would have been impossible for him to have been at Lordly Taylor at this time. But what does that have to do with the statue being moved? Remember, if you will, Your Honor, when was the statue placed beside the warehouse door? Well, the statue was taken down to the warehouse on the day of the crime, and it was placed there in order to cover up the paint. Exactly. Luke Atney had already decided the time when he was going to kill the victim. And so, in order to create an alibi for the time, he took this picture days before the murder took place. What the? Of course, the statue hadn't yet been brought down to the basement warehouse yet.
Why did he say yet twice? Like, you read that correctly. He definitely said yet twice, but why?
I don't know. Typo. On the day of the crime, Mr. Atney must have been quite nervous. As nervous as a long-tailed cat in a rocking chair factory, so to speak.
Wow.
Why? Because something that wasn't supposed to be there had been brought down and placed where it wasn't supposed to be. And that is why Luke Atney had to move the statue on the night of the murder. He did it to make the room match with the way it had been in this photo. Ah!
Oh,
Order, order! Mr. Atme, is this true? One moment, Your Honor. Have you forgotten this? What is that? The data for the basement warehouse computer. According to this, the camera did indeed go off on the night of the crime. It's true that the camera had been set up by Lordly Taylor's staff. However, the program used to manage that data was yours. That alone would have allowed you to tamper with the data. Ah! Ah! Where?
Aww. He's Waluigi now. I guarantee you someone has made that edit. Hang on, I need to look this up.
Order, order! Mr. Godot, what is the meaning of this?
Aww.
Godot,
No
I
one
warned
said
you
that
about
edit?
making me wait. Now put that coffee down. My 11th cup. I've promised to drink no more than 17 during the trial, which means I'm still good till the last drop. However, the defense has a very good point. A good point? So what? We are all but travelers on a road of infinite points.
I think he's got his points mixed up with his other points.
So you say this photograph was taken ahead of time, and that the statue was moved in order to make it match. It's a very interesting idea. However, there is one point that can't be denied. Which is? That it's only a possibility. Men that are trapped by the chains of maybe can never reach their dreams.
Oh dear. Hang on, sorry. I just found a video called Every Instance of Luke at Me Laughing in the Ace Attorney anime. Oh my god, they ruined this character. His voice is terrible. I hate it.
You'll have to send that to me.
It's awful. But then again, all the voices in the anime sound terrible.
That's very true. No way, don't fall for that, Your Honor. Hey, Mr. Damask. Yes? If there's no funny business in your actions as Master Mask, there should be no problem with you telling us your strategy. So let's hear it. Yes, please provide this court with your testimony about your plan to steal the sacred urn. I first received the request from Lordly Taylor about 20 days ago. The urn was placed in a box, and Zavadi. It was then sent to the warehouse. Hence, I was actually unable to see the urn for myself until the day of the crime. I knew it was an extremely valuable treasure, so I sent my card 10 days beforehand. Then I handled security by myself to ensure that my crime would go smoothly. At last, I held the urn in my hands for the first time at 1 a.m. on October 12th. Maya! You still laying down?
Sorry. No, sorry, I was looking at something related, but I got very distracted because I found a thing of every time you present something to Luke at me. And I want it because I remember the ending of this case is some severe bullshit, and I want to make sure I have the answer just in case you get stuck. That's pretty much all stuff we've heard before, isn't it?
Yeah, but we will find the truth hidden in the nuggets of information he gave. Witness, you're sure there are no mistakes this time? Zavari. Very well then, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. I first received the request from Lordly Taylor about 20 days ago. You were asked to guard the urn by Miss Adrian Andrews, is that right? Indeed, it seemed like they had heard of my sparkling reputation.
At me.
I see Miss Andrews is still attracting the weirdos. You better watch out too, Maya. The urn was placed in a box, and then Zavari, it was sent to the warehouse. You mean this box? Yes, that pathetic box. Lady Andrews was especially taken with that urn, and she wouldn't let anyone enter the storeroom, not even me. Huh, interesting new tidbit. Hence, I was actually unable to see the urn for myself until the day of the crime. Oh, back up. So you're sure that you had never seen the urn before?
Sorry, there's some things where he's saying, and I'm like, oh, it's so obvious, and I'm trying my hardest not to say it, but I really want to present it.
Indeed, you may ask Lady Andrews to confirm for yourself. My security was focused entirely on the entrance to that warehouse. However, I look at me let no information whatsoever slip through my fingers. I knew it was an extremely valuable treasure, so I sent my card 10 days beforehand. You mean this calling card? That's right. That is, without a doubt, my calling card.
I guess Mr. Delight didn't make this after all. Excuse me.
Of course, because Atme knew about the emblem. Making this card authentic would have been child's play for him. I then handled security by myself to make sure the crime would go smoothly, and no one entered the basement warehouse. Unfortunately, there were many different treasures being taken there. Thus, for a period of approximately 5 days, people were indeed going in and out of the warehouse. At last, I held the urn in my hands for the first time at 1 a.m. on October 12th. And this is the photo that proves it, huh? Indeed, to be honest, even if a photo was taken, I didn't think it would matter terribly much.
Oh, sorry. Hey, Nick, if this photo is a fake, Detective Atme might have stolen the urn whenever this was taken.
That's true. You know, he's been saying that he never saw the urn until that night. If we can prove that he's lying there, we can wrap this up and put a bow on it. I need to take a good hard look at the court record.
Not a lot to go on, is there?
The detective has been covering his tracks. There's only one thing we need to prove in this cross-examination. That he took this photo well before the actual night of the crime.
Alright, how do we do that?
There's one thing that Atme stated very clearly, that he had never seen the urn before he stole it. We need...
Oh, is that my line? Shit,
Yeah.
Hang on. We need to prove that he's lying. Nope. Look at the calling card. Check it. Read the whole thing and then look
yes.
at the picture. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, because it's speckled, so that means that there was a paint on it already.
Yeah, but also look at the picture of the exhibit.
Yeah, I was like, before I saw that, I thought it's probably this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't speckled, therefore there's no way he could have known that. I'm kind of hand-holding, and I'm sorry for backseat gaming. It's just I don't want to spend 3 hours cross-examining this guy when I know that you're smarter than that.
Yeah, it's mostly about me using the controls, pretty much. being jumpy. Mr. Atme, if you really are masked to mask, then you also wrote this calling card, correct? But of course. Is there a problem with that calling card? Allow me to read a passage from the calling card that Mask to Mask had written.
Dev, turn your fucking Discord on to Do Not Disturb. Every time Thomas texts in the group chat, it goes off in the stream.
Okay.
I don't like telling Thomas to fuck off.
I'm gonna actually just mute the server, I think. For 3 hours. That should be enough time. Take good care of the speckled urn. Now the speckled here surely refers to this pink pattern on the sacred urn. Yes, that's true. But so what? Truth be told, there is no way that Mask to Mask could have known about this pattern. What do you mean? This pink spotted pattern on the urn is actually nothing more than paint stains. Paint stains? And these stains did not appear until after the urn had been taken to Lordly Taylor. I'm not finding this joke to be very funny, Mr. Trite. The day the sacred urn was taken to the warehouse, the sacred urn was broken due to human error, or should I say, an error-prone human.
Wow, Phoenix, you dick.
And that's when the pink paint got on the urn. Ah! You can't be serious. And yet this calling card clearly mentions the paint pattern. Which means Detective Atme had seen this urn long before the crime ever took place. In fact, he saw it when this fake photo was taken. And because this photo is fake, your alibi for the night of the murder no longer holds water. Gah! Witness, do you have anything to say for yourself? Alright, that did it. He's broken.
Nick, I think it's still a little early for a victory pose.
Huh? Ha! It's so sad. No one has any conviction these days. Conviction, you say? Yesterday, we all decided unanimously that this man was Mask to Mask. And now we're calling him a murderer. You don't think we're being a tad fickle? That's a good point. No way, don't fall for that too, Your Honor. You say that Luke Atme was the one who killed Cain Ballard. Then let me ask you this. Why would he do that? An excellent point. Motive, Mr. Wright. Motive. Might you, my merry murderous motive manifest?
Nick, he's getting a second wind.
If he's prepared an alibi and pinned his crime on Mr. Delight, as you say, he must have had a very strong motive for murder. The only one with any motive we've seen is Ron Delight.
I feel nauseous because I'm so excited and I had too much coffee and I know the fucking answer to the blackmail. Ah!
Isn't that right, Detective? Indeed, according to my own research, the boy's motive is clear. Without motive, it is nearly impossible to prove guilt in a murder case. Now then, maybe you can enlighten us as to what the defendant's motives were. I'd be honored, sir, old-timer. They're doing everything.
Sir, old-timer.
They're doing everything they can to make Ron look suspicious. Despite our lack of hard information, this may be our only chance. I, Luke Atme, have had no points of contact with the victim whatsoever. Cain Ballard decided to investigate Master Mask and simply mistook who he was. It was Mr. Ballard who wrote the blackmail letter and sent it to Rhonda Light. And it was again Mr. Ballard who harbored a grudge against Mr. Delight for his betrayal. Mr. Ballard's mistake is quite excusable. The defendant truly believes he is Mask to Mask. That is why Mr. Delight saw fit to frame Cain Ballard. To kill Cain Ballard. Truly a tragedy.
You need to stop replacing words!
What? So Cain Ballard can't frame someone for his own murder? No, that's not even what that means. Never mind.
Honey.
So the victim, Cain Ballard, blackmailed the defendant.
We have known that for a while, my guy.
This is the blackmail letter found in the defendant's apartment. A handwriting test confirms that it was Mr. Ballard that Mr. Ballard was indeed the one who wrote the letter. What?
I want you to read the blackmail letter.
Very well, Mr. Wright. Begin your cross-examination. So something that's always been bothering me about this letter is the fact that they say that it's a red diamond. Because because Mask to Mask took the Tear of Emanon, which is blue. But then Luke Atmey has the red diamond on his hand.
What does that tell you?
That this letter was meant for Luke Atmey.
There you go.
And
you know what my favorite part about that is?
The only problem with it is why was it in Ron's apartment? If Luke Atmey also showed up to that place.
Because Atmey was blackmailing Ron, and so he could have sent the letter to Ron anyways. Remember, Atmey tried to frame Ron. If we're under the assumption that Atmey is the killer, then he tried to frame Ron. And in order to do that, Ron had to go to the place.
Yeah, but no, like, what I'm talking about is, like, Atmey wouldn't have, hold up. Here's the list. Yeah, because the blackmail letter was found in Ron's apartment. So if Ron had already sent that to Luke Atmey, then if Ron had sent that to Luke Atmey, then it would have been at Luke's place.
Think about it this way. If Cain sent a blackmail letter to Atmey, Atmey would want, and Atmey's motive was to kill the person blackmailing him, and he wanted to frame someone, then the easiest person to frame is the person he's been blackmailing for a while now to be Mask to Mask. Because Ron has already listened to all the blackmail he's done. So telling him to go to this specific place, Ron would go there, and then he would be able to be framed. Because all Atmey has to do at that point is get out of there before security shows up. He just didn't know that security wouldn't show up.
So Atmey, you're saying he got the letter from Cain and then gave that just directly to Ron without modifying it at all.
Yeah. Probably just as a panic.
Yeah. I, Luke Atme, had no points of contact with the victim whatsoever. And who in the world is going to prove that? I will. After doing a thorough background check of Detective Atme and Kane Ballard, we were unable to find any links between them. It's all in the report. Perhaps they were connected through their work. They were both involved in security. Nope. Well, that was blunt. In any case, the only one who had a motive was Mr. Delight. Kane Ballard decided to investigate Master Mask and simply mistook who he was. Mistook. That's right, mistook. From the Old Norse mistaka, meaning to take in error.
I didn't know that was a Norse word, huh?
That wasn't what I meant. Just who did the victim mistake Master Mask to be? Why, the answer is obvious. Ron Delight, of course.
Ron.
Boy, I'd like to wipe that smug look off this guy's face. Why would the victim mistake the defendant for Master Mask? Don't you already know that? Zavadi, take a look at this newspaper. Oh, that's the famous Tear of Emanon, a magnificent jewel. The photo shows a magnificent detective as well, does it not? Furthermore, it also shows an ugly guard, namely the defendant.
That was unnecessary, Atme! You're so rude!
Am I wrong?
You are completely wrong! Atme! Ron is not ugly! Oh.
The defendant. The victim clearly misread this article, and Zavadi, he got the wrong impression. The impression was that this ugly security guard was in fact Master Mask. I see.
That was an unusually reasonable deduction.
It was Mr. Ballard who wrote the blackmail letter and sent it to Ron Delight. Oh, didn't press that yet. You mean this blackmail letter right here? It says, bring $50,000, and the handwriting is without a doubt the victim's. There's no mistake. We have an official report to prove it. But I don't see the addressee on this letter anywhere. An addressee. This letter was discovered in Ron Delight's apartment, and Mr. Delight did show up at the designated place and time. The fact that there is no addressee is irrelevant. I wonder.
What's up, Nick? Sorry.
I just had a thought. That's fair. You don't have a lot of lines here. What if that blackmail letter wasn't meant for Mr. Delight?
Whoa, do you have any evidence of that?
For some reason, I just can't shake the feeling that there's something not quite right about this blackmail letter. Well, everyone, are you quite satisfied? And it was again Mr. Ballard who harbored a grudge against Mr. Delight for his betrayal. What do you mean by that? Oh my, I was certain you were already aware. Zavadi! It's your boy.
Wait, hang on. KB Security has a lot of security on info on all sorts of companies. And since I was a security team chief, I stole data from the company. Oh, my boy. Oh.
Kane Ballard had yet to forgive young Mr. Delight, which is why he sent him that letter upon mistakenly believing he was the thief. Here's a file we discovered in Mr. Ballard's office, evidence that Mr. Ballard was receiving money through blackmail. However, isn't this a bit odd? Why did the defendant pay Mr. Ballard the money, even though he wasn't actually Master Mask? On that point, there was an unfortunate bit of chance. Mr. Ballard's mistake is quite excusable. The defendant truly believes he is Master Mask. Do you really think that story's gonna hold up? That assertion is not merely my own, I'm afraid. What do you mean? I have here a memo from Ron Delight's wife, Desiree Delight. Ronnie thinks he's Master Mass. Don't you feel sorry for him? Please don't think too badly of him.
I like how they played the theme, too.
Ha. Well, Mr. Trite? Was he trying to act like Miss Delight just now?
I thought he was actually pretty convincing. Sorry, I'm back on Kiss AK looking at your boy.
Fair. That is why Mr. Delight saw it fit to kill Cain Ballard. Truly a tragedy. Now that's just your imagination talking. Come now, Sir Lawyer. I'm afraid imagination isn't the right word for it. This is a deduction, the result of carefully applied reasoning. Can we hear that careful reasoning for ourselves? It's a long story, and better saved for another time. Very well, another time. The so-called long stories aren't usually all that long. At least, not in my experience.
So you're going to try and connect Detective Atme to Mr. Bullard, right?
Yep, that's right. Hopefully it won't require surgery either.
In that case, you'll have to talk about the blackmail.
That's true. Was that blackmail letter really intended for Ron?
Since we don't have enough information, you should press him for more testimony.
Maybe I'll be able to shake some contradictions loose that way. I thought we investigated everything.
Mm-hmm. Click. Click. This one. I think you either press it again or present something on it.
Alright, I'll press it first just in case.
Alright, yeah, then...
Yeah, it's probably presenting the letter. Oh, that's pressing. My bad. It's a skill issue. So I either have to present the list or the letter. I would present the list.
Well, you'd be wrong, apparently.
Apparently. Mind if I ask you a few questions, Detective Atme? Well, if it's just a few, I guess it's alright. When you said that this letter was addressed to Ron Delight, I couldn't help but notice one major contradiction. Contradiction? I don't know where a walking contradiction like you gets off saying things like that. You're one to talk.
God damn it!
At times like these, men are made to express themselves with their fists. Why don't you show us what you got there, Junior? Indeed, time to man up, Mr. Wright. Show us your balls. No, I mean your contradiction of evidence in the testimony.
Wow. Sorry, hang on. When he said walking contradiction, my brain went, suddenly fact, but I feel stranger than fiction.
That's where I present
I'm
this.
new, but I'm suddenly back. I'm a walking contradiction. Doesn't this have a name? Anyways.
Ha, a little 2-1 punch like that wouldn't even faze me. I think you mean 1-2 punch. Mr. Wright, try thinking things through a little bit more before finding fault with others. Ow, I sure felt that punch, Your Honor. Anyway, let's try reading that blackmail letter one more time. There's got to be something about it somewhere. Oh.
You might have to present the newspaper.
Oh yeah, that would make sense. I was thinking that I had to present at me, but that seemed a bit...
What? Why'd you present at me?
No, like, I presented the list first.
Oh, gotcha. I don't remember, so...
Take a good look at this newspaper clipping. Oh.
Actually, don't pause. I have to go to the washroom again, but keep going, because I don't know how long I'll be.
Okay. It contains a picture of the tear of Eminon, the stolen jewel. What about it? The problem is this jewel's color. Color? I'm not much for discussing color myself. I don't believe in color. According to the clipping, the color of the stolen jewel was blue. However, in the blackmail letter, a totally different jewel is mentioned. I'll take that red diamond you received the other day. Red? Which means the red diamond described in the blackmail letter is not the tear of Eminon that Mask stole at all. And your point is, Mr. Trite, so you are trying to say that this blackmail letter was intended for someone else. That's what you're trying to say, right, Trite? That is what you're trying to say, right, Mr. Wright? Well, that's what you're trying to say, right, Nick? Yes. This is who Cain Ballard was actually blackmailing. Naturally, it was you, Detective Atme. Do you have some sort of basis for that claim? You've been personally involved in every single mask-to-mask case. And in the last case, you recovered what was stolen and received a jewel as your reward. A jewel. Probably the one wrapped conspicuously around your finger. That red diamond ring. That is the diamond referred to in the letter, which means that Cain Ballard wrote that blackmail letter in order to blackmail you. Ah! Order! Order in the court! Order, I say! It seems you've gone one too far with your childish pranks, Mr. Trite. Uh-oh, I don't like the way he said that. Cain Ballard blackmailing Luke at me? Are you for real? Yes, I am. Nick, come on, stand up to him. Then answer me this. The blackmail letter contains the following passage. If you don't want your identity revealed to the world.
Hello.
Yes, it certainly does. Hello. Cain Ballard threatened to make Luke Atme's identity public knowledge. An identity he wanted to keep a secret. So just what was that identity? Atme killed Cain Ballard because he was afraid of his secret becoming known. What was the identity he wanted to keep secret? Should I save here?
You have 2 HP.
I'm gonna save here, I think.
Like, I'm not gonna tell you whether or not you should save. That's ultimately up to you, but you do only have 2 HP.
Yeah, in order to keep the stream moving. At the same time... I
don't care about the stream, I care about your no-death run.
I mean, yeah. Like, I'm still confident in the no-death run. It's just...
Oh, look at that. If you get this wrong, your no-death run is over.
An ace detective.
Wanted to keep his identity secret as an ace detective.
Luke Atme was a blackmailer. Hey now, isn't that a little different from what you've been saying? You said that Cain Ballard was the one blackmailing Luke Atme. Are you saying that Atme was blackmailing someone else on top of that?
You have to admit that does sound a little odd.
It's not odd, it's the only thing that makes any sense. Cain Ballard was blackmailing Luke Atme. But Rhonda Light was also being blackmailed by a certain someone. So did he start receiving blackmail letters after this incident?
Yes, just a few days after the Tear of Emanon heist. After that, I started getting the plans in the mail. I received plans from a very kind person, incredibly detailed plans.
Detailed plans? In which case, that would mean that Rhonda Light was actually Mask the Mask. That is what we're claiming. Someone else came up with the plans and had Mr. Delight steal his targets for him. And that someone was none other than Luke Atme. Shh! Silence! Now I see. It's all becoming clear. What is? When you were in grade school, you received the same report card every year. Careless with the tendency to jump to conclusions, am I wrong? How did you... You say that I, Luke Atme, was blackmailing Rhonda Light, in which case I would naturally know all about his relation to Mask the Mask. Well, yes, Rhonda Light started receiving plans from his second crime onward, correct? Which means I learned of his identity when he committed that first crime. Good point. You certainly couldn't have blackmailed him otherwise. In that case, let's see some hot, bitter evidence. During the first crime, how did Luke Atme know that Rhonda Light was Mask to Mask?
Hey, young Danny girls in the chat!
Hey.
Oh no, it's James! Hey, it's James!
Hey,
How you doing, James? Hey, it's James! What's up, buddy?
How you doing, James?
I think I don't remember the evidence. I would save, my guy. I don't remember. This is a problem. Oh no!
I saved a little bit before this. Don't worry, I'll take my time.
Okay. I personally think... Oh my god, he looks like an evil Santa Claus. Just realized he looks like an evil Santa Claus. I don't 100%
He's got lots of presents in his hands. Stealing them from you was his plan.
Yes, you've been robbed.
Someone stop this criminal. I'm so off key.
Yes, you've been robbed. Sorry. Doing okay overall, thanks. That's good, James. Yay. I think it's a newspaper clipping. Yeah. But don't quote me on that.
Yeah, I was also looking at it. Because he was He was right there.
Wait, look at Ron's testimony. I don't actually remember what Ron's testimony is. Oh, never mind. I don't remember! I haven't played this game since I went to PAX as Dahlia!
Okay, so that's irrelevant. That's possibly relevant. I'm just, like, ruling shit out. Not relevant. Yeah, not relevant. Probably not relevant. Not relevant. Not relevant. Not relevant. That was made by Atme, not relevant.
I think it's the clipping as well, but don't quote me on that either. I'm glad that James is here to be a second voice of reason, because I don't remember. It's been 6 years.
Yeah, I mean, the clipping is the only one that, like, makes any sense, because in the photo, they're, like, right next to each other, so they could have been posed for that. Because, like, all the other stuff is relevant to, like, only the subsequent cases. This is the only one that references the last case. Or except for this one, but that doesn't tell us anything. I think I see it. See what? When you were in grade school, you received the same report card every year. Gets into a lot of mischief trying to be the center of attention. What do you mean? I love how he calls him out on that. This newspaper clipping. It has a picture of you and Ron DeLight in his guard uniform. It seems that Mask to Mask didn't just disappear into thin air. He just took off his outfit and hid it in a bucket. That sounds far too stupid to be true. Correct. With tricks like that, you couldn't fool a baby, let alone an ace detective. And that's when you figured it out, Mr. Atme.
Stop insulting my boy!
That's when you learned that Mask to Mask was that Ron DeLight was Mask to Mask, and there's a bunch of stuff. Wasn't he supposed to be Mask to Mask? Not only that, he looks like he's an ace detective.
Don't try to read it. I can't believe it. He was just a slimy blackmailer.
What a fraud! Trying to pass himself off as an ace detective.
Here it comes. This. Don't even try to voice act this part. It's gonna be too hard.
Is that a challenge?
No, it's literally the opposite.
Why, how dare you expose me like that?
Naked and afraid.
Why, I've never been blackmailed. I've never blackmailed anyone in my life. I'm a famous and proud ace detective, and I'm also Mask to Mask. Why can't you understand that? I'm afraid you are neither a proud thief nor an ace detective. You're a blackmailer and a murderer. That is your true identity. Why, you? How dare you even dare to imply that the smart and Yeah, I see. You're all really fools to say none of you can compare to my genius. You're really jealous, so goon, desecrate to me, commensurate. There's nothing great. The detective Mask Mill cannot...
Stop!
It's enough to make one laugh.
You're gonna do yourself a stroke trying to voice that. Someday
I'm gonna learn how to do that.
Suddenly, Wendy Oldbag. Oh, James, I love you. You're great.
Why, back in my day, they would have never let you get away with that.
Oh my god, I love this game.
It would seem we finally have arrived at the real answer.
That was quite a performance by Mr. Atme.
Bailiff, please prepare a cell for Mr. Atme.
Fuck you!
The hammer that strikes too fast has no time to aim.
It's funny.
What do you mean? I've already prepared to deliver my ruling. Allow me to say one thing. I will be the one to judge.
It's funny because Kane Bullard was murdered by a cerebral hemorrhaging, aka he was bludgeoned to death. You don't get much more in your face than that.
It appears that your claws weren't quite sharp enough, Mr. Trite. What do you...
Oh.
It's true that you've proven a lot of things. Things like Luke Atme was a filthy blackmailer, and that he wasn't at Lordly Taylor that night of the murder. That's right, that's why he's the one who killed Mr. Bull. But there's still one thing you have yet to prove. And what's that? Just because he wasn't at the warehouse doesn't mean he was at the murder scene.
James says I'll never figure out how he doesn't spill any coffee. My answer to that is he's had plenty of practice with coffee. If he gets 17 cups of coffee in a given trial.
Yeah, the coffee, enhances his reflexes enough that he's able...
By the way, the fact that this man can survive 17 cups of pure black coffee is amazing. Because I've had, a day... I am not gonna lie, this summer I did something... I think it was this summer. It was either this summer or last year. I had 5 cups of coffee in a day. And that was a huge mistake.
Yeah, so even 5 is incredibly
yeah,
not good.
and mine were not black. They had a ton of sugar and milk in them. The fact that this man is having pure unfiltered black coffee, 17 cups of the shit, and not having any issues, This man is like a god.
I think he's on his 11th cup by now. He's planning on only having 17 today, but he's on his 11th cup right now.
No, because he said he has 17 per trial.
Ah.
And since the trial's wrapping up, he's probably on cup 16 or something.
Every cross-examination he does one.
Oh my god. Does one. You make it sound like he's snorting the coffee like it's cocaine.
I mean, you could do that with the powder.
You shouldn't. Powder? What do you think coffee grounds are? They're not powder.
Are coffee grounds not powder?
They are not powder.
And what's my dad putting into his coffee machine?
Okay. You are going to give me another stroke, aren't you? I'm going to have to explain. It's not powder because coffee doesn't dissolve. The grounds have to dissolve for it to be powder. If his coffee dissolves, then it's instant coffee.
So my dad has instant coffee then?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's objectively the worst kind of coffee, because coffee grounds are more potent.
Then I don't see how a verdict can be delivered. No way!
Okay, so before you go any further...
Yeah.
I'm going to say something is that the game does not explain very well. As far as I can remember, this isn't. What's about to happen is Luke is going to give a giant-ass testimony, and you are only allowed to press one statement.
Okay.
You're not allowed to present anything. You have to press one statement. And if you press the wrong statement, it's an instant game over. I have the answer queued up. No, you can't present anything. Your evidence is basically useless.
I was looking for this.
I mean, I would look over your evidence again anyways, but, you don't present it. You only press one thing. I don't remember what it is. I have the answer queued up. This is the only part of the trial I don't particularly like because it gives you, 20 things you have to read through.
All right.
But... yeah, I'm warning you because I don't think the game explains it very well.
Honestly, I prefer pressing stuff more than presenting it anyway.
Me too, but remember, your entire thing is at risk.
Yeah. This is it. This is the final round. I've got to prove that Atme was at Mr. Bullard's office on that night.
But can you really prove that?
That's long enough. Mr. Trett, I want to hear your answer. That night, Luke Atme was at KB Security, and the defense can prove it. With evidence. Are you sure? Ha! Don't you worry, I'll watch over you, as you break down and fall into pieces. Very well then, let's see this proof. Proof that Luke Atme was at KB Security that night.
Oh, fuck. Fuck.
Because they both wear gloves.
No.
I imagine it would be... it could be this. Because this doesn't have a... it's probably not, but it could be.
Shit. I don't remember. Excuse me. What is that picture of? Remind me.
This one?
No, the picture next to the KB card.
SMS checking
okay.
post.
It's just the glossy. I forgot. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have the answer pulled up if you need it.
Okay.
But I think your no death run may be over.
What do you mean? Ballard's not dead. He's just sleeping in the safe.
He's just sleeping in the safe, yeah.
With blunt trauma in his head.
Yeah, yes.
I mean, both Atme and Ron supposedly survived blunt trauma to the head.
I mean, yeah. You don't die from all head trauma. Oh, fun fact I found out about the Sonic Archie comics, by the way.
Interesting.
One of the characters in the games is extremely annoying. Charmy B, right?
Never heard of him.
Like, oh, he sucks. He just sucks. He's annoying. He's obnoxious. Everything he says fucking pisses me off. Everyone hates him, right? Mm-hmm. In the Archie comics, for a very long stretch of time, he was actually very noble, very nice, like very reasonable, very smart and sassy, and like a cool character. But then the Archie comics had to make their version of Charmy line up with the game's version of Charmy. And the way that they did that was give him permanent brain damage.
Oh.
I have no idea how to feel about that. I just think that's an interesting little tidbit that I learned yesterday while watching Salty T Kid and videos.
I don't even know what to say about that, to be honest. I have so little reference for any of this.
Oh shit. Okay, yeah, okay, I've got the answer.
Okay. Yeah, because this isn't relevant. We've ruled out so much of the evidence, but at the same time...
So, do you want me to tell you?
Not yet. Let me try to figure it out first.
Okay. I'm gonna do a pick cross while I wait.
Okay. Wait, Ron's testimony. No, sorry. I'm trying to remember back to Ron's testimony to see whether he or Atme was in the room. No. Ron was in the room first. Ron was in the room first, so it was his card.
No one else was in the room where it happened, the room where it happened, the room where it happened. No one else
I don't know why I keep looking at that.
It happened, the room where it happened, the room where it happened. No one really knows how the game is played, the art or the trade, how the sausage gets made. We just assume that it happens, but no one else was in the room where it happened. Meanwhile, Atme is grappling with the fact that not every issue can be settled by thievery. Meanwhile, Gatto is fighting over where to put the defendant. It isn't pretty. And Phoenix comes along with evidence and insight. I don't actually know how to make a parody because I'm very bad at that. But I could do that. I want to make parodies for this game now. Fuck! Dev, when you come over for vacation, we're writing parodies based on Ace Attorney.
Okay. Stealing this track. I really want to say it's Kane's List, but I'm hesitant. Because it can't be any of these. No.
I'm just gonna tell you, your no death run is over.
Okay.
Because you can't actually prove it.
Oh, so you had to say you don't have evidence?
Yep.
Oof.
Yeah, your no deaths run is over! No! I'm gonna keep track of how many deaths you have.
Wait, but if I... Oh no, I can't even back out of this now. Wait a sec.
Can you? You can't go to the set. You can't go to the thing?
If I do this. Oh. I can do this. No deaths run!
You're so cheating. I agree with you, but you're still cheating.
Yeah, I know. I can't prove it.
Aww. Here it comes, here it comes, here it comes! This is the best part.
But if we hear more of Detective Atmey's testimony... Unfortunately, that's as far as you go, Mr. Trite. What do you mean? I won't allow for any more testimony, that's what I mean.
You can't do that! You're not the judge!
Have you forgotten? Luke Atmey's here after we interrupted his own trial. And you have failed to prove that he committed the murder. I think it's time for this witness to return to his own trial and face his guilty verdict as Master Mask. No. Well now, Sir Lawyer, it seems that love wins out in the end after all, because of how much I love myself. I am the ace detective as well as Master Mask. My verdict will verify that, just as Ron Delight will verify that he is the true murderer. I declare that with the full force of my ace detectiveness...
Ace detectiveness, but okay.
Order in the court. That's enough deliberation over this witness. I can't believe this. At this rate, Ron is...
Don't give up now, Nick! We still have tomorrow. We can look for more evidence and...
By then, it'll be too late.
Huh? Why?
Double jeopardy. One of the basic rules of any court of law.
Sorry, James in the chat just made a CinemaSins reference. Ace detectiveness. Ding. Double jeopardy?
Oh. Should a defendant be tried and found innocent in court, that defendant cannot be tried again for the same crime. This is a fundamental rule of all courts.
Your Honor, the defense pushes the defense of double jeopardy. Hubert Farnsworth cannot be tried twice for the same crime.
What is murder?
You're so funny.
Thank you. And it applies to this witness as much as it applies to anyone else. Mr. Atmey will be found guilty in a matter of minutes. Guilty as Master Mask, which means he will be innocent as far as the murder of Cain Ballard is concerned.
No way!
The fact that you were unable to prove Mr. Atmey's guilt of that crime here means that he will never again be tried as Cain Ballard's murderer.
Except that doesn't make sense, because he's technically not being tried right now.
Now there's nothing I can possibly do to win. Yeah, no, because he's a witness.
Yeah.
We're just throwing around speculations. Even if Ron is proclaimed to be innocent, the real killer, Luke Atmey, will go free.
That's not your job, Phoenix!
Yeah, like, you're not a prosecutor, Phoenix. You can't just convict this man. You have cross-examined every statement the witness has made here today. And as long as there is no...
That's one big thing that bothers the shit out of me over this case, is every single game, all three of the lawyers are like, we need to find the real killer and the truth. It's like, no, you don't. You need to find the proof that your dude didn't do it, and the prosecutor needs to prove that he did do it, and if that leads to finding the real killer, that's great. That's part of why I like Kristoff, is he doesn't... Kristoff and Aristotle Means, who is in the fifth game, both have the ideal of, as long as I get my not guilty verdict, nothing else matters. That's technically correct. It's also why I just, you know... Also, I'm working on the script of ranking the villains in this game.
Can you show me a bit after, or is that spoilers?
Depends. Are you planning on playing the 3D games, 5 and 6?
I don't plan on playing 6. I might play 5.
Then I can show you my thing on Garan, because she sucks.
Okay. As long as there is no more testimony, I'm afraid I have to declare that there will be no further questioning of this witness. Are there any objections? Mia objects here, doesn't she? Then I hereby
Probably.
end the cross-examination of Luke at me.
Yep. There she is.
I think I see it. Your Honor, when you were a child, this was what was on your report card every year. Has poor hearing and often makes mistakes as a result.
How did you?
Phoenix, raise your head up high.
God damn it! She already had her Deus Ex Machina. Wait, what did you say? Machina.
A lawyer is someone who smiles no matter how bad it gets.
Fuck you!
Deus Ex Machina works as well.
Yeah, but Deus Ex Machina is funnier to me.
Okay. That voice, no
Because you
way.
came up with it, and you're funnier than me. There she is.
Long time no see, Phoenix.
Mia! This is the true power of the Korean channeling technique. Showing up at the last minute. And giving me all the
winning
answers.
the case for me! Because I'm a baby who can't solve my own fucking problems!
I know that it's really Maya who's standing before me, but right now she's my mentor, Mia Fey.
Now, let's do this.
But there's nothing more we can do, Mia. Without any more testimony, I can't cross-examine.
Not yet. The testimony's not over yet.
What do you mean?
Your Honor, just now you said something very interesting. You have cross-examined every statement the witness has made here today.
Yes, that's true, but...
Unfortunately, Your Honor, you're forgetting something. Earlier, after the last cross-examination, this witness made a number of remarks.
Well now, Sir Lawyer, it seems that love wins out in the end after all. I am the ace detective as well as Master Mask. My verdict will verify that I love myself so much. Just as Ron Delight will verify that he is the true murderer. I declare that with the full force of my ace detectiveness...
Ding.
Yes, but these comments appear to have no importance whatsoever.
Very well. Then we shall prove their importance via cross-examination. At any rate, as long as the witness has made these remarks, we, the defense, assert our right to question them. Is that all right with you, prosecutor?
Is something the matter, Mr. Godot?
Sorry.
I'll let you have your moment.
I'm enjoying this. I'm enjoying this for reasons that I can't explain yet. Yeah, I'm gonna be good, James. Also, she is good. Anyways, sorry. I'm done being an evil piece of shit. Go.
Nothing. Oh, Sir Lawyer, it looks like you're one step too late. If you think such falsehoods would do anything to me, Luke fucking at me, let's hear it. Huh? It's true that the witness made some remarks. So then, let's hear this last bit of cross-examination. Mr. Godot, what are you...
Oh shit, the ship is sinking!
No. Well then. Yeah, very well. Wrong voice. Very well then, Mr. Luke at me. I'm going to allow
Everyone
the
is
defense
getting
to
the at me virus!
I'm going to allow the defense to cross-examine your earlier remarks.
The defense would like to hear why you declared the defendant to be the true murderer.
James says, Zavadi!
So please, give us one last bit of testimony.
Naya in the chat says, soon everyone will be Luke fucking at me!
Phoenix, this is it. this is our absolute last chance. And by that, I mean it's yours. And I only gave it to you because I'm a Deus Ex Machina, and I have to show up every time because you're a fucking idiot who can't do anything on his own. Why did I even try to fucking mentor you? Sorry.
Yes, Chief.
Sorry, I hate the fact that okay, I'm sorry. I know I'm interrupting the thing, but I have to say this. The original trilogy is better than the second trilogy in almost every way. The only thing the second trilogy has over the first one is Mia is never mentioned again. Mia is the biggest problem I have with the original trilogy. She shows up in every single case. Like, I get it that the Karain channeling technique is cool, and I understand why she's in the first game, because it's his first year as a lawyer, and he only has, 2 cases under his belt, so he'll need all the help he can get. I get that. I will accept her use in the first game. I'll even accept her use in part of the second game. But the fact that she's in every single case in all 3 games annoys the shit out of me, because it implies that Phoenix gives up and always needs Mia at his side. Something that both Athena and Apollo do not need. Apollo does not need Phoenix, needs someone to tell him what to do, and Athena only needs it because she's a frickin' child. I love Mia as a character, but using her as a Deus Ex Machina every single case is so freaking frustrating, and it gets rid of Phoenix's agency. And it's like, if Mia is the only reason that every case gets solved, why couldn't she have been the protagonist anyways? Or at least, why couldn't she have been alive, you know? Her being alive would at least make her Deus Ex Machina better. Technically, Trucy saves Apollo's case one time. That's different. She pretended to have herself be kidnapped by Mr. Hat.
Well, yeah, it's still just one time. What's up? I'm so confused right now.
Sorry. I'm laughing because Nai just clipped my entire rant as Mia. I'm laughing because Nai took my entire clip about Mia being a bitch and clipped it, and I appreciate that so much. Sorry, that's why I started laughing. Anyways, okay. Please go on.
Indeed, it is
true. No, go on
that...
with what you were saying, I mean.
Oh, what was I saying?
Something about Mia and Deus Ex Machina.
I don't remember. Not important.
Fuck. I'm sorry.
It's whatever. Indeed, it is true that I was not at Lordly Taylor. I had leave to see about another vitally important job request. I had known about the date beforehand, so I had this photograph readied. The brilliant deduction was what informed me that the true culprit was Rhonda Light. And thanks to the keycard and wallet, it was abundantly clear that he was there. I was also able to make a deduction from the buzzer, which only sounded once. The button did not have any fingerprints on it. Why? The victim would have left prints if he sounded it, which means that the killer sounded it. Mr. Delight was wearing his master mask outfit, which is why he left no prints. In the blackmail letter, the victim likely just mistook the color of the jewel. Zavari, therefore. All the evidence points to that poor boy.
He's just a poor boy, nobody likes me, Sarah in this life and this monstrosity.
Testimony actually seems to hold up pretty well. The witness's earlier remarks do not appear to have been hastily prepared. All of his points have been explained, and none of them seem to contradict anything. But of course. But how did you know about the emergency buzzer? The police investigation documents went directly through me. And I always look over the documents. It's elementary, Sir Lawyer.
James in the chat says, is it weird that I imagine Luke having a Hungarian accent? No, I can see that.
What does the Hungarian accent sound like?
I don't remember.
Are you gonna try to make even more trouble for us now, Sir Lawyer? I will not allow any of your usual shenanigans, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. We cannot postpone Luke Atmey's trial any longer. This is your last chance. Hang on a sec. Just one chance? Ha! It seems the party's about to begin.
Well, Phoenix?
There isn't any evidence that contradicts with that testimony.
So it would seem.
What do you mean, so it would seem?
Listen, Phoenix, pointing out contradictions doesn't always mean you have to present evidence, does it? At any rate, this is our last chance. If you can't point out a case-breaking contradiction, you lose. That's all there is to it.
Cup number 17, last cup.
James says, basically, I imagined him sounding like Count Dracula.
Like Count Dracula from Muppets, or Count Dracula from,
That's not Count Dracula, that's Count Von Count! I don't know why I know that, but it's Count Von Count.
Then what is Count? Yeah, I don't know that one.
The Transylvania one is Count Dracula. Count Von Count, I'm not sure you know this, but Count Von Count, in fact, lives on Sesame Street, not in Transylvania.
Yeah, but I also...
I love you. Devin, I love you.
I also have never heard any, video... I haven't heard any audio reference of Dracula's voice outside of Castlevania.
By the way, I keep yelling at you. I just want you to know that I love you.
Yep, I know.
I'm sorry.
You make it very clear that I piss you off, but you love me anyway.
Oh, yeah. You piss me off in a way that's fun, though. That's why I love you.
That's good. The last cup. This is the last drop, Mr. Phoenix, right?
Oh, yeah. I was gonna say, also, the song that came to mind when I said that was, "You're an asshole, but I love you, and you make me so mad I ask myself why I'm still here, but where could I go? You're the only love I've ever known, but I hate you, I really hate you so much, I think it must be true love, true love." Anyways, continue.
I have to find a fatal contradiction in this testimony, and
you
I need to point it out
bitch.
without presenting evidence.
Thomas
means all
is
I can do.
streaming.
Which means all I can do is find the contradictory remark and press it.
Remember, you only get one chance.
Very well then. Mr. Wright, please begin your final cross-examination.
Remember, you can't press everything, so just read the things.
Yep. Indeed, it is true that I was not at Lordly Taylor. I had to leave to see about another vitally important job request. I had known about the date beforehand, and so I had this photograph readied. My brilliant deduction was what informed me that the true culprit was Rhonda Light. And that thanks to the key card and wallet, it was abundantly clear he was there. I was also able to make a deduction from the buzzer, which sounded only once. The button did not have any fingerprints on it. Why? The victim would have left prints if he sounded it, which means that the killer sounded it. Mr. Delight was wearing his masked mask outfit, which is why he left no prints. And the blackmail letter? The victim likely just mistook the color of the jewel. Zavari. Therefore, all the evidence points to that poor boy.
Okay, I know which statement you have to press.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's this one. Because
I'm trying very, very hard not to tell you what to do, but I'm not gonna tell you the answer. But I am gonna mute because I'm gonna be screaming this whole time.
Okay, so, like, my logic behind this, though, so I'm not gonna actually present this, but Cain Ballard had this on his desk. Oh, wait, actually, never mind. Yeah, I can see, like, because, like, the thing doesn't say whether it's blue or red, so it's possible that they can also infer that it's red. So that's like my first. That is my first choice, but looking for another one just in case. Does Luke have me wear gloves?
Okay, I have to unmute because the fact that you just asked that question took 10 years off my life. You have literally been looking at his sprite for the last 3 fucking streams. How do you not know if he wears gloves or not?
Because I'm not looking at his hands right now.
He literally testified about it!
I lack object permanence.
Oh my god! Oh my god, Devin, honey. I love you, but you're so stupid sometimes.
Oh, here we go. There's the sprite.
Oh my god!
So it could have been one of these two. Not this one. Or yes, it could have been that one. Yeah, so it's probably one of those 3. But it didn't have any fingerprints on it. The killer sounded it. So we agree that the killer sounded it. We just disagree on who the killer is. We also know he was wearing his mask-to-mask outfit, which left no prints. Sorry, which would have left no prints. So basically, I'm just like in my head trying to work out how Phoenix would like word, like explaining how, like, because both of these statements, they don't contradict the fact that both of them were wearing gloves. Shut up, Nye.
Nye is with me. I've been screaming at my screen for the last 3 minutes. Oh my god.
Okay. Yeah, it seems like if I were to... Oh. If I were to press this one, they'd think that I'm trying to say, oh, well, he wasn't wearing his mask-to-mask outfit. So I'm gonna press this one. Mr. Atme, about this last remark. You still don't get it, do you, Trey? This isn't the time to be pressing the witness on every little statement. What? I said this before. There's still one thing you haven't proven. That this scum was in Cain Ballard's office that night. And now, it's time for me to drink my last cup. Mr. Wright, I will hold you to the end of your bargain. That's enough. This court sees no more reason to further prolong this trial, nor is there any need for more time to decide the case against this defendant. This case is extremely clear. I see no room for misinterpretation of the facts. This court finds the defendant, Rhonda Light.
And thus ends the no-death run.
The accused will surrender to the court immediately to be held pending trial at a higher court within a month from today's date. That is all. The court is adjourned.
I'm gonna fucking kill you. I'm gonna kill you. I'm going to kill you. Oh my god, I'm going to kill you.
It was the other job, wasn't it?
No! Oh my god, you talked yourself out of the right answer! Oh my god, you're never gonna get it. I'm just gonna fucking tell you. There's no reason that Atme would know that Ron was in there in his delight in his fucking mask to mask outfit. That was confirmed while Atme was at his own trial. There's no reason he would know that without being at the scene himself and seeing him in the fucking costume. Ugh. Sorry, I'm having a I should never play this game while I'm on coffee, because clearly I'm gonna lose my mind. Please hit continue and finish this.
Fine. Okay.
I was about to offer a hint. I'm just giving him the answer. I'm sorry. Go to the one that says Ron was in his... Thank you.
Yeah,
I'm sorry for spoiling the answer, but when you said it couldn't be this one because then it would say that Wright would say he's not in the outfit, I almost had to punch something. I literally almost walked over to my door and punched it. I was like, I'm gonna murder this man. Oh my god. Please.
Because, I don't know, the way that I was just looking at it before was that, like, was under the assumption that, like, everyone knew that he was in the outfit, and this was just, like, an established thing, because I thought that he was at the trial, which he wasn't.
No, I get it, and I understand that, but, like, I looked it up, and it made, like, I remember this pissed me off, but I was, like, 14 when I played this, and also stupid and didn't read everything, so I had no idea. But, yeah, no, this was established fact to everyone except Atme.
And me, apparently.
Apparently!
No, sorry, the fact that it wasn't established to him was not established, or sorry, didn't register for me.
I promise you I'm not gonna freak out like this again. I'm gonna do my best to keep calm during every other trial. It's just the way that you talked yourself out of pressing... the way that you talked yourself out of pressing this statement made me unreasonably angry. Okay, I'm good now. Everything's fine. I'm in my... I'm so sorry.
You're in your happy place.
That came out way more angry than I meant it to. I'm so sorry.
I know you have good intentions.
I mean, that doesn't mean that I'm allowed to be mad at you.
I mean, you're allowed to be mad. Here's the way I look at it. You're allowed to be mad at me all you want. It's just, like, there are certain things that it's, like, if you were to act on in, like, certain malicious ways, that wouldn't be okay. But, like, you're totally allowed to feel angry at me.
I don't think so. This is not a reasonable thing to be angry at you for. It's a frickin' video game.
Yeah, but video games are frustrating, my guy.
Watching you play this game specifically is frustrating.
No, there's a lot of games aside. Like, there's a reason rage games are a thing. Or sorry, I heard this quote
Please
recently.
Please press this statement
Fine.
before I have another stroke. I am actively I want to talk about this case in the lounge. I want to talk about this case in the stream channel or whatever.
Okay.
This part's kind of cruel since part of the dialogue is the same. That is true. This part is rude because it makes it sound like it's wrong, but then you get to this part.
I'm afraid you're the one who still doesn't get it, Mr. Godot. What? Mr. Atme, it seems you have finally admitted that you were in the CEO's office on the night of the murder. How can you say that? Let's review your testimony, shall we, Mr. Atme? The button did not have any fingerprints on it. Why? Mr. Delight was wearing his mask-to-mask outfit. Is that correct? Indeed, that's what I said. My deductions are absolutely foolproof. More like your deductions prove that you're a fool.
Nice.
I'm sorry? Whatever do you mean? For some reason, I'm starting to get really thirsty.
Must be all the goddamn caffeine that's dehydrating you, Gato. Jesus.
Or it must be the fact that he's seeing Atme get so worked up. When exactly did we learn the fact that Rhonda Light was dressed as Mask to Mask when he went to the scene of the crime? That was, it was just a few hours ago. Back when my sixth cup was looking at me with a cold stare.
Huh? Oh, did I forget to mention it before? I'm sorry. I just never had a chance to mention it up until now. Aww.
That's right, the defendant had yet to tell anyone else this fact before this morning. Therefore, the only people who should know that are those who have been watching this trial. Do you understand now, Detective Atme? There is no way you could have known about that.
I love it when your voice cuts out in Discord, because then I don't know how it sounds until I watch the VOD.
You were in... oh, the wrong voice. You were in the next courtroom being tried as Mask to Mask. So then, enlighten us. Just how did you know about this piece of information? Well... Come on. This detective must have known about it. He probably had plenty of chances to find out beforehand. And it's those chances that I want to discuss next. That night, Mr. Delight was wearing his mask-to-mask outfit. There is one and only one way for Detective Atme to have found that out. Only one. One way, you say. Please recall, if you will, Mr. Delight's testimony.
When I entered the office, there was a suspicious shadow there. Fuck! Again with the suspicious word! I'm failing to say words! Again!
We've all been there. For a second, my client witnessed the real killer.
My phone just went off.
But Mr. Delight never saw his attacker, so there's no way to tell whether or not the real killer was Luke Atme. It's with that statement that I'll turn this case on its head. Just what are you implying? Mr. Delight saw the real killer, correct? Now, if you turn that statement around, it stands to reason that the real killer had also seen Rhonda Light. Impossible!
Ah, there he is.
That fabulous fucker. Detective Atme, you saw Mask to Mask at the murder scene that night. You saw him when you killed Kane Ballard and assaulted Rhonda Light. That was the only way you could have known what Ron was wearing. Is this another thing that I shouldn't be trying to voice? Oh, he's doing the block pose. He's doing the barrier. Take a good look, everyone. Unable to find a rival worthy of my genius, I was forced to create one by myself. Here I am, the tragic clown. That's the same line you gave yesterday. But I think there's a little more meaning behind it this time. Ooh,
I love him. There's no character in this case I don't like. Everyone in this case is amazing.
What an awfully complicated incident. Cain Ballard was blackmailing Luke Atme, who was in turn blackmailing Rhonda Light. And upon killing his blackmailer, Luke Atme tried to frame Rhonda Light. He then claimed to be guilty as Master Mask in order to escape his true crime. And to that end, he came up with this plan. She used the double jeopardy rule while making his alibi. Who's this? At any rate, it would seem we finally found the truth.
Excuse me?
I came perilously close to besmirching the record of an innocent young man. Besmirching him with the title of murderer.
Don't ignore me!
Oh, I didn't realize you were there. Why wouldn't he be? He's the defendant.
About the verdict.
I know. You never committed any murder.
That's right. I'm so glad you understand that. But I really am Master Mask.
Huh?
So thanks to that trial yesterday, I'm innocent now, right? There it is! There it is!
Oh!
He's using the double jeopardy rule! He can't be found guilty of being Master Mask because he was already found innocent of it yesterday! What was it you said? Double jeopardy?
Now that you mention it, I've been careless. Careless? What do you think, Mia?
I love this case! Sorry, my roommates are gonna kill me.
As the defendant says, the rule of double jeopardy is absolute. A defendant can never be tried twice for a crime in which he was once found innocent.
Then Master Mask is really innocent?
It would seem so. For now.
For now. Now then, this court finds the defendant not guilty.
Woo! Oh, this case is the fucking best.
That was really fun,
Oh, I love Ron.
Wait, this is really lucky. Wait, this isn't so good after all. You see, the thing is, I'm Master Mask.
Nye in the chat says, now Ron is gonna do a steal once again.
You did it, Phoenix.
Thanks, Mia. It's been a long time, hasn't it?
Not really.
Yeah.
It's been an
Because
entire
Maya
case.
doesn't call it. It's because Maya doesn't call on me much these days.
That's a fucking lie. Shut the fuck up, Mia.
Oh?
I'm just joking, Phoenix. Don't take everything so seriously. But on the other hand, Maya, she seems kind of torn these days.
You mean about becoming the master of the Korean channeling school?
Becoming the master means saying goodbye to her mother.
Misty Faye, right?
Watch over her, will you, Phoenix?
Of course.
Well then, see you around.
Bye.
Mia.
Mr. Wright. I don't know what to say.
Congratulations, Mr. Delight.
Thank you so much! No, wait. Nothing really matters anymore, though. No, this has happened. Come on, just be happy already!
Maya.
You've been cleared of murder charges and got off as Master Mask to boot! How do you know that? But in exchange, I lost everything. Huh? What do you mean? Stealing security information from KB Security, becoming Master Mask. I did it all for one reason. For her. Oh my god.
You mean your wife, Desiree?
She hates criminals more than anything.
Come to think of it, she was once held hostage by some robbers, wasn't she?
She always said how much she hated sneaky criminals. I knew that, but once I got fired from K Security and lost all the money I had, she wouldn't have any reason to stay with me. Oh, I thought she would leave me for sure.
So that's why you became Mask the Mask.
Yes, but it's all over now. A broken bowl can never be put back together! But that's not true, right, Nick?
Right. I mean, look at your speckled bowl, urn.
Really? Can we go back to the way things were? You'll be fine, and Nick can prove it.
I can? I wish you would check with me first.
Please
Mr.
check
Delight,
the court record.
Even if there is a bowl, there's always a way to put it back together with glue.
Alright, you only get one chance to do this. Ugh. The secret urn. Desi was the one who found this.
Yeah, these ones are usually the easiest ones.
I always screw them up.
Desiree, your wife, she's always believed in you, Ron. That's why you'll be fine. You don't have to worry about anything.
Ah, there you are. Sorry. My dad texted me about Advil.
Miss Delight.
You did it, Ronnie. You're innocent. I'm so happy.
Thank you. I appreciate that, but, I suppose you don't want anything more to do with me, do you? Oh my god!
Ronnie, why didn't you talk to me about what was going on? I had no idea you'd quit KB Security.
Oh my god, Desiree.
I never imagined you were really Mask to Mask either.
Oh my god. Mr. Light, what are you gonna do now that you know? You're not really gonna leave him, are you?
Come on, it's obvious, isn't it? How could I ever let a wonderful man like him get away?
I bless you and I love it!
After all, my bike's really fast. So fast, there's no way he could ever get away.
But didn't you say that you hated criminals?
Huh? Oh, I only hate people who act cowardly and sneaky. Like that detective.
I see.
My Ronnie went and declared his crimes before he committed them like a man. I just love a man who's so chivalrous.
Chivalrous?
I knew I was right about you. Every day I spend with you is filled with thrills and excitement.
Good lord, this woman is horny in the courtroom. Desi! I mean, I'm making her slightly fucking horny, but the fact of the matter is she's very horny right now.
Oh, yeah. Desiree, you really do love Ron, don't you?
Nicky boy,
Yes?
I'm really glad I asked you to defend my Ronnie. Thank you so much. I'll never forget what you've done for us.
Oh, well, take care of yourself.
You too, Nicky boy.
I can feel my face going red.
Mr. Nick, Mrs. Maya, congratulations! Why the fuck am I here?
Talk about bad timing.
Mr. Nick, how could you? With another man's wife in front of Mystic Maya!
No, you got it all wrong.
Never!
And Phoenix is knocked out.
Phoenix is dead.
Alright, so from this point on, we play Apollo's trial. No,
We're skipping the rest of the game?
skips the rest of the game. Goes straight to Apollo.
Frick, I guess we're not seeing Dahlia again then.
So, just as the case came to a close, so too did my consciousness. Ron said,
A broken bowl can never be put back together.
but I know that that's not true. I mean, just look. Here's a perfect example of one that's been put back together even better than before. It's not a bowl, but the metaphor still holds up.
And also, it wasn't a child who can't spell putting it back together. The stolen turnabout end. I love that case. That's my favorite case. In, like, any case that doesn't involve, like, Dahlia, that's probably my, like, what's the word? You know how, like, most, like, there are some games that, like, some of the cases in this game have a storyline, you know?
Mm-hmm.
That's my favorite case that's just a, like, a standalone. Absolutely, 100%.
Yeah, it's the best one-off case.
I love that James in the chat says, it's too bad this is practically the only good marriage we see in the series. It's not practically. I'm pretty sure it is the only good marriage we see in the series. Every other marriage was either annulled or murder. But yeah, I love that case. I think it's amazing. I think that, you know, just Ron and Desi's relationship is so cute, and I feel so bad for him thinking that being outed as Mask to Mask would make Desi leave, and he just thinks that nothing matters anymore. Oh my gosh, he's such a sweetie.
He's such a pure boy.
He is. Oh my god, I want to give him a hug. I want to give him all the hugs. I want to give him every single hug. James says he's a delight. He is. God, it makes me so sad that he's not in any other case, because he's such a freaking great character. Like, here's the thing. I don't think I've met many characters who... I don't think I've met many people who like Ron. Many people dislike Ron, and I understand why. He's very annoying. But I just think he's so freaking wholesome, and I think that everything he does the wrong thing for the right reasons. I think that even though he's, like, loud sometimes, he tries so hard to do the right thing, and I just...
Yeah, and I also just can't hate him while you're voicing him.
Aw, thank you.
I don't know if I was playing this on my own if I'd hate him or not.
Probably. Oh my god, he shows up in the second Ace Attorney Investigations game. What?
Well, it looks like you're going to be playing those then.
Oh my god, he does.
So what is Ace Attorney Investigations anyway?
It's an Edgeworth game. You play as Edgeworth investigating things. It's really fun. I really enjoy it. Yeah, just briefly, he shows up as a cameo in the game, and it's so good. Yeah, I love it. 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 It's just so good. It's so good. I think it was originally going to be an Emma Sky game. I hope not. I don't like Emma in any way at all possible. If it was, I'm glad he changed it. I'm glad that they changed it. I really don't like Emma. Though I do like her, appearances in investigations. I think that's the only time she's good, is her appearances in the investigations games.
I've only seen her in Rise from the Ashes, and I frankly don't like her.
She's in the investigations games where she's actually okay, and she's in Apollo's game where she sucks ass, and she's in Spirit of Justice where she also sucks ass. But everything in Spirit of Justice sucks ass, so, you know, I'll give her a pass in that one, but still, I don't like Emma. But yeah, no, I think you'd enjoy the investigations games. I have the first one on cartridge, so you can play that one whenever. But also, I have not actually played the second investigations game, and if this thing's processor can be updated, then I'm gonna stream that, because it's the only Ace Attorney game I have yet to play.
Oh damn, you've done the whole collection.
Yep, I've played every single game. I played all this. The only game I haven't played is the second Ace Attorney Investigations game. The first 2 games I played at... The first 3 games I played in 2015 to 16. 15 to 17, maybe. I know for a fact... Actually, no, it was to 16. I know for a fact I was playing Trials and Tribulations during the PAX that I cosplayed as Dahlia. It's the only Ace Attorney game that made me cry. It's that good. Which one? The second one? Because I've never cried at an Ace Attorney game. But yeah, no. I played the first 3 games between 2015 and 2016. I don't remember when I played Apollo Justice. I just remember I played it with the one friend that I'm not friends with anymore, that I'm not outing on the stream. Do not say their name. I don't remember when I played Dual Destinies, and I know I played Spirit of Justice in the 9th grade because I played it like around the time it came out in 20 something, late 2016. I think I basically binged the whole series in 2 years.
Nice.
And then I played Investigations, and then last year I played, Great Ace Attorney Investigations. No. Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. I'm so fucking wired right now. So yeah, the only game I haven't played is Edgeworth's second game, and that's because it has never been localized. So I need to find an English emulation, and then I'll stream it. But yeah, that's it. And once I play that, I'll have every single Ace Attorney villain under my wraps, because that's the only game I don't know the main villain of the game. So every game has a main villain. I'm sure you've noticed that. The first game, it's either Von Karma or Gant, depending on which version you play. The second game, it's Matt Engard. The third game is obviously someone. The fourth game is Kristoff. The fifth one is a bitch, and the sixth one is Garan. The Chronicles games are McGilded and Strongheart. And both the Edgeworth games have one that So yeah, I know all the villains. I know all their stories. I love them all. And, I love this series as a whole. It's just the 6th game that kind of ruined it for me, because it's that meh, really. That's the problem with it. You'll love the main villain of AI 2, I guarantee it. Oh yeah, no, I'm excited to meet him. I know his name. I know his name is Blaze, and I'm so excited to meet him. I'm also very happy to point out that at some point, someone took his name on the wiki and changed it to Ugly Loser. I don't know why.
I remember seeing that.
But they did. Yeah, no, I like him. I'm excited. I'm really excited to play this game. Oh my god, are you serious? No way!
No, James, keep talking to us.
No way!
What's up, Clover?
Sorry, okay, so I don't know anything about Blaze. I just know that he's like the big bad.
Mm-hmm.
But something I know about Blaze, something I did back before I knew anything about Blaze or anything about the second game, I just decided to roleplay one of the characters, Justine. I don't think I did it right, although nobody ever corrected me on it, so I guess I got her right-ish, despite never even touching the game.
Right enough.
Yeah. But the thing was, Justine is great. 5 years ago, I did a roleplay where Callisto tried to auction off Edgeworth, right?
Right.
I've told you about this before. It's one of my favorite role plays from that era of my life. And I did not have a plan for who was going to be involved in this. I just knew that Callisto was going to have an accomplice. And so I decided, I DM'd the mod for that blog, and I said, oh yeah, let's make it Blaze. Just as like just as a throwaway because it didn't feel like I fit anyone else. So just now, 5 years after that thread has been concluded, I have discovered that Blaze held secret auctions on the black market, meaning that I managed to completely blindly accurately portray this character without knowing a single thing about him.
Oh, that's fucking epic, dude.
I am psychic.
You were clairvoyant.
I am psychic. That is amazing. Anyways.
They must have thought you had, like, insider knowledge or some shit.
That's the best part, is they didn't even know, like, everyone was, like, nobody corrected me, which means I got it right. I didn't know that. James in the chat says she's a clairvoyant. Oh my god, that is the best thing I have discovered ever. How did I do that? Oh my god, you know what? Nothing I will ever do ever in my life is ever gonna top that. Oh my god, I'm never gonna be that psychic again. Whew, and with that, I don't think
we should count on you being that psychic again, but, like, I wouldn't dismiss it as a thing that's never gonna happen again.
And I don't think there's any way we're going to top that on this stream. I think we're going to have to end the stream right now.
All right,
that's
then.
the best note to go out on. Next stream will probably be next week, unless I need to study. When is my test? It's in 9 days. My test is on Tuesday next week, so I may have to study. Bye, James. Bye, everyone. But the next test, I have 9 days to study. I may take a break on Sunday, and then we can start Recipe for a Turnabout, which is the next case.
Yeah, please study on every other day.
Yeah, I will. Don't worry.
Awesome.
I intend to pass all my classes. Anyways, yeah, that was a thing. I'm glad we did this. I'm so glad we went through the entire Stolen Turnabout. I'm sorry again for yelling at you.
It's cool. It's whatever. It helped I think it helped add drama and the hand-holding. Well, at certain points I found it was, like, a tad annoying. It also helped to improve the flow of the thing. So I didn't get stuck on anything for too long.
Next, did it get annoying?
There were a couple times where I'm like, if this keeps up, it'll get annoying, but it was like, it wasn't. Okay. Yeah. You didn't you didn't go too far here.
I almost did, but not quite. Yeah. Anyways, yeah. I'm probably gonna mosey on over to Thomas's stream and fucking yell at him.
Should we raid?
But can we raid? Yeah, we can raid.
How do I do that? Can I do that from OBS?
I can. Hang on.
Oh, cool. Is it like /raid or something?
Yeah, it's /raid at _hybrid.
All right.
There we go.
And then